We're back, baby. It's been a minute, but we're back, baby. It's another episode of Rated G with Gary G. Garcia and Brian T. Licata. We're your boys. I'm Gary G. Garcia, along with my partner, my brother in misinformation, Brian T. Licata. This is our first show back for the year, right? This is our first show for the year.
Yeah, dude, it is. Sorry that and people have been hitting me up too. They miss us. They do. King Handles hit me up.
Yeah, only my kids hit me up. They were like, "Yo, what's up with the podcast? You still doing it?"
That would be really funny if we did our first live show and then that was just it. I mean, it wouldn't be funny, but
well, that's usually how I do it. I want to big up everybody who came out to the live show over at Resorts on the 29th. I would say it was a success. I would consider it a success.
Oh yeah, dude, for sure.
You know, I thought it was dope. Big up to Jojo and Scotty. Big up to Adam Gable. Big up to Tristan Riga for stepping in and filling that hole for Jason. And big up to Jason, who's doing freaking incredible things right now, man.
Love Scoop. I actually got hit up by somebody that I used to work with in Florida that saw the lineup post with Scoop. And he was like, "Bro, do you know Scoop?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Dude, I fucking love that guy." And he's just a Trump fan. That's why my boy knows him.
That's usually what it is. But big up to Jason Scoop, man. I love you, dog. And no hard feelings that you have to pull out, man. That's what happens. That's what she said. So yeah, man.
At least he pulled out.
True, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's our first show back, man. It's been a minute, like I guess a full week, right? Not really that long.
No, dude, 10 days. Because we did it on the 29th. Yeah, so 10 days. This has probably been one of our longer stretches.
I think we've gone longer. But regardless, man, it's good to be back.
2 weeks. Do you think we've done a 2-week break?
I don't know. When I was on the road, I think we probably might have went a while. And when you first moved out there, I don't know. There's a lot of things going on. I'm pretty sure we had some long breaks here and there, you know. But regardless, man,
we're back.
We're back. It's good to be back, man.
Mm-hmm.
Drinking out my best sister ever mug.
I got the butterflies. We're at an undisclosed family house.
Yeah, this place is nice, man.
Dude, it's brand new.
I was waiting to get pulled over while I was driving up. You know, it had that get out kind of appeal to it. The whole thing, even like when I went through that roundabout, it's like, it's not even like you turn off anywhere. That's a roundabout into people's houses.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. I was saying how stupid it was. And then my wife pointed out that it's just to make people slow down, which obviously makes sense.
Yeah, because I was speeding through this bitch.
Yeah, and you know, honestly, bro, I don't really see that many kids here. I haven't seen that many kids.
I don't see that many kids in Atlantic City.
Well, they stay inside.
You know, what a difference. What a difference from Atlantic City to here, night and day.
I know, bro. And it's what? How long did it take you to get here?
20 minutes.
Yep. Well, see, I love New Jersey because of the tax system that segregates little towns like this from Atlantic City.
It's like a different world, man. 20 minutes away.
Yeah.
It's a whole different
world.
Yeah,
dude, it's like my brother lives a mile and a half from the place I used to get crack from in Camden. Like, it's literally, dog, it's right there, bro.
It's good to be back. Right away. 2 minutes in and we're already talking about crack.
Well, dude, I mean, listen, there's a lot going on right now.
Yo, speaking of 2 minutes in, did you watch? I told you to watch Blazing Saddles, right? This weekend. Because lately, I mean, the truth is, lately I've been watching movies that are old. I watch older movies because they're better. You know what I'm saying? Like all the new shit, I know what I'm going to get.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get a group of people that would never hang out together ever. Like I've never seen a group so diverse ever in my life with the way every movie is set up now. And you already know what you're going to get. You're going to get the woke bullshit. You're going to get all the same shit that's just been regurgitated. Nothing, you know. So I've been watching like older flicks, man. You know, Charles Bronson and, you know, all the older shit, 70s. And I bugged out because I was about to watch Death Wish with Charles Bronson.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't seen Death Wish, but I did watch all of Blazing Saddles.
So I saw Blazing Saddles and I said, instead of going dark with the, you know, with the whole grapey shit, I said, I'll watch Blazing Saddles because I always remember that was a fun movie to watch. 6 minutes into that movie. And I was like, yo, they would never be able to make a movie like this. I don't even think South Park would get away with it.
Well, dude, they say the N word way too many times. But then
In the first 6 minutes, they say it about, I think, 7 times. I think I counted 7 times in the first 6 minutes. So that's a little more, the average is 1 a minute. And then they went at Jews, they went at Indians, they went at, I don't even know, in the first 6 minutes,
they were kind of making fun of white people too for how they acted through all of it. Yeah, they made the white people look very stupid.
They made fun of every single in the first 6 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Dude, how about the scene when they're working on the railroad? That's where it opens up, and then they find the quicksand, and the 2 black guys are melting in the quicksand, and then the guy's like, get your rope, get the lasso. And he ties the lasso and pulls the hand cart out.
Oh, he almost lost that hand cart.
A $400 hand cart is what he says.
And then they managed to crawl out, and he goes, all right, God, your break's over. It's horrible.
Quit laying out in the sun. Not like it'll do you any good. That was the joke.
Oh, yeah, dude, it's insane. It's insane. One of my favorite movies to watch. If you need to get in your good little a good little taste of stereotypes and just laugh.
Dude, that's Mel Brooks. Old school Mel Brooks,
Hysterical.
Spaceballs. I called my dad and I was telling him.
I'm pretty sure Mel was probably a slimer. I hope not, but I don't know, because I watched that movie. He's pretty slimy in the movie, but then again, it's like that's the way it was back then. It's crazy how it was back then, yo.
Yeah, dude,
what's even more crazier is at the time they were doing that, there was a lot more racism. You know what I'm saying? Like at the time that this movie came out, racism was a lot more prevalent in communities and shit like that, with the cops and all that stuff. That was
still very prevalent in this community.
I don't know. I don't think
no. This one.
I mean, it depends. I think it depends on what you're driving when you pull up to the house, because it's a money thing.
That's true. You don't have a Cutlass Sierra out there, do you?
No.
How about a Buick?
But I'm saying, you pull up
Saber.
You pull up in a Tesla. I don't think they're gonna be mad at you.
No, that's true.
But what I'm saying is, it was like I think it was worse back then. I think it's safe to say it was worse back then. Right now, they want us to think that it's as bad as it was back then, but that's propaganda.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see that in my everyday. I'm not saying that there's not racism out there. Of course there are. There's some people who are, but for the majority of the time of my life, I don't, and I know I get it, I'm Puerto Rican, whatever, I can pass. But I'm just saying, even like in the people I deal with, all my peoples, I don't see them dealing with it. So, they might want to sell me that, but I don't see it. But I know back then that shit was, because I saw it.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? Like I understood it was around because I would look around and I would see it happening to me and my friends or whatever. And they were still like, they were able to joke about it while it was going on. They were able to make these kind of jokes.
Well, I was actually reading in the trivia about the movie. I like to go on the IMDb and read the trivia facts that they post up about the movie, right? So they were saying that it almost didn't go out because the studio hated it. But then what Mel Brooks did was he put it on for all of like the workers, like the people who like clean the building and the studio and stuff like that, and it fucking crushed.
So they put it out.
It's
a great movie, man, but definitely not like, I think if today I don't even think they would play that shit, but
I want to make a movie like that.
You can't. Sorry,
we can make it.
You can make it, but you'd never be able to show it to nobody. It would have to get leaked, and then we would get killed. But the movie is so crazy, and I can just imagine like a room full of like these soft fucking left fucking idiots fucking watching that shit and their heads exploding.
Yeah. I see the dumbest.
I'm surprised they haven't
online.
went at it yet. I'm surprised they haven't because it's on Netflix. I'm surprised like they haven't been like,
which is interesting, right? Where they'll have like a section of,
and I don't want them to. Don't get me wrong. I'm just surprised that somebody hasn't like they've gone.
Are you
at
calling out
else.
Blazing Saddles? Are you calling out 97-year-old Mel Brooks right now, dude? This guy hates Mel Brooks. Look at him.
I love Mel Brooks.
He just said he hates Mel Brooks.
I love
what do you hate about Mel Brooks?
I think he might have probably he might have. I don't know.
But with women, right? You would think with of age women.
Yeah. I think he's probably one of them women creepers.
I mean, but did he have to creep, or were they just, dude? You saw his his secretary. It was his secretary. You saw. I mean, she seemed into it. No. and she looks
don't know.
great. You know what I'm saying?
You know, it's funny because I watched that
Great.
differently now. When I was watching that scene, I was like, damn, the shit women had to put up with to be in a comedy
Yeah,
back
dude,
then.
it's
Because back then,
fucked
that's
up.
what all the comedies were. You know, back then they had them in the workplace or whatever. It was just like, and I'm like, when I watched that, I go, yeah, that's kind of fucked up. They had to put up with that shit. Because even as a dude, I don't like when dudes get too fucking crazy and talking crazy, dirty shit.
Yeah, and all like
I don't want to
handsy
hear my man. Like, I don't want to hear my man. Oh, you know what I would do to that? I don't care. I don't want to know what you would do to that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, it's
what,
in poor taste.
what makes you think I want to know? You know, you know what I don't care.
Mhm.
So it's like when I saw that, I was like, that's the only thing that kind of I would say if I got offended about anything, it was like for a second I felt bad. But then
Well,
I said
I don't think that's getting.
she probably got paid. So you know what I mean? She got paid. She, you know, I don't think they forced her to do the movie.
We got some comments over here, dude.
You know,
Raymond is in the house. Raymond says, "What?"
Raymond.
He says, "What movie is that? Good to see you guys back. We're talking about Blazing Saddles." And Raymond, dude, thanks for coming.
Big up
down,
to you.
dog.
Raymond came down. Not only came down for the Rated G show, but stayed for the comedy show afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't even tell you, man. That's much appreciated, dog.
Yeah, I think he might have been one of the farthest trips to come down. I mean, he made a weekend out of it, him and his wife. But it was really good to meet you, dude.
And all I want to
thank you
say
for your
is
support.
I don't know who the black dude was that was sitting to the left with his lady, the heavyset dude, but that dude made my night. Every time I said something, he would just look at me and go, he'd be like, what are you talking about, yo? It was so fantastic. Yeah, man, if you missed it, I'm sorry you missed it, but it was fun. And for everybody who watched it streaming, I know I spoke to a couple people. I know the sound was a little messed up and shit like that.
Yeah, it was cutting out, dude.
It was cutting out and
It was cutting out.
But it was our first time, so
yeah, I'll figure that out.
We'll get those kinks out for the next time. And yes, there will be a next time. We are going to do it again.
Jasmine is in the house.
Oh, my daughter's here. Hey, Jazz. How are you, Ma? I saw my daughter yesterday. It was awesome. Oh, Diana, what's up, Mama? Happy New Year to you. Nowadays, racism does not hold as many people back as it did back in those days. It doesn't mean that people aren't racist. You just can't get away with it as easily as you could before. Yeah, no, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like back then, it was probably a little more systematic in a sense, a little bit more systematic. Now I don't buy that shit. Now you can do whatever you want to do. You might have to work harder, but yeah, that's how it is.
You know,
don't get mad at the system. Get mad at your parents that they didn't work hard enough to put you in a position where you didn't have to work so hard. You know what I'm saying? You ever think of it like that? Like if your parents,
I don't fault my parents for that though, because I'm not going to do that shit either.
No, I mean,
I hit it big.
No, I'm just saying if you're gonna be mad, which I'm not, you know, I always took whatever came my way in stride. But if you're gonna be mad, don't be mad at the system. Be mad that your parents didn't learn to manipulate the system better and put you in a position where, you know, you don't have to work as hard as everybody else.
It's my opinion, really, that the system now is much more sneaky and sinister than it was before. They didn't have to be as covert, or they need to be more covert now than they used to have to be because of the internet. You know, like a lot more shit.
No, I think they're less covert.
No,
now.
listen.
I think now they're just more in your face, like we're gonna fuck you in the ass and you're gonna turn around and take it and smile, motherfucker.
Well, it's because of the internet. We're seeing all of those tapes.
I don't know. I don't believe anything I see on the internet. Even this show. I don't even believe this dude exists. What do we got here? Diana Marie says, same thing with women and the treatment in those days versus now. Yeah, and you guys, you know, you think you would appreciate that, that it's not like that anymore, but no, you know, you just want more and more. Raymond Robles says, Diana, that's because people will no longer hold back that bullshit. Yes, racism is still certainly around, but nowadays those racists get put in their place quick. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It was a pleasure, guys, for real. Yo, it was great to meet you and see you. And actually, he had been to the show before. I didn't realize he came to one of the shows before he started watching the podcast.
Yeah, I think it was a New Year's show that he came to, and he saw you at.
Yeah, very cool, man. I was glad you were there. Diana says, Raymond, plus EEOC and workplace laws and HR, not a bad thing at all.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan.
I forgot what country. There was one country where the women all went on strike. Did you hear about that? I forgot what country it could have been Scotland or something like that. And the women all went on strike, and all the bosses were like, it was nice to finally be able to get things done without distraction. And the only change, Iceland, and they said the only change that they felt was that HR didn't get one complaint that whole day in any company.
I saw that meme, bro. We gotta see if that's real.
And no, I saw a dude that was talking about it. I saw some dude reporting on it. It could be real, could be not. You don't know what to believe. But I think that's very believable. You know, because when men just worked by themselves, there was no HR. There was no man going to some other dude in the office going, you know, this guy, he offended me.
We were settling it out on the street.
Yeah, you just be like, you know, I mean, listen, I know. I remember at work, man, I was very professional at work. But when someone came out the side of their face and it was some fucking herb ass motherfucker, I would put them so quickly in their place.
The prime minister of Iceland went on strike. Also, she said she wasn't coming to work.
Yeah.
But I mean, listen. Couldn't the prime minister do something about it? Like get something passed through whatever parliament system they have?
No one even noticed.
No
one even noticed. No one even noticed.
It,
Life went on.
It was organized under the slogan, "Do you call this equality?" And it comprised of Icelandic women and non-binary individuals.
Just a bunch of lazy dudes that that didn't want to go to work that day.
Dude, I would have done that, bro. I would have been like, I'm marching, dog. and then slept in until noon.
Yeah, man, that's crazy, yo. But like, now think about it. If they would have did it the other way, if all the men went on strike, do you think they would have felt an impact? Or do you think things would have went on like normal?
I don't know, dude. Maybe something we should try here.
You know. Everyone knows. Everyone knows the answer to that. No one wants to say it, but everyone knows the answer. If all the men took a strike, would everything go on as normal, or would you feel an impact?
I don't know. What do
you
think would happen?
Bad, toxic individuals, all these useless men, if they were all to go on strike, would you feel an impact? We already know women did it and no impact felt in Iceland. Now they need to do it.
Diana says it would be fine until something broke.
Big up to you, Diana, for the realest comment I read so far. Yeah, you know. I mean, just watch that movie. What was that movie where all the men died? On Hulu. I couldn't even finish watching it. It was so stupid.
Yeah, this is what you were saying, that like something killed all the men or something like that.
All the men died, and all that was left was women and trans men. And it's funny because the movie was made by some liberal.
Well, now hold on. So trans men. So that's a woman who transitioned to a man.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And they lived. So why? If they actually change, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just a movie, but it was a movie made by a liberal. So if they actually changed, then how come they lived? They became men. Shouldn't they have been dead too?
And I do want to say, for anyone who thinks Gary is being transphobic right now, he is using the proper pronouns. He said they every single time on this.
Yeah. But I mean, it could be the wrong pronoun. They could go from Zer, you know. But I'm just saying, would you feel an impact? I think you'd feel an impact. Me personally, I think there'd be an impact if the dudes decided, you know, because even in that movie, you do that movie and turn it around.
Oh, yeah, it'd be chaos.
And here's the thing: you put it like, because there was one dude.
They'd all be pitted against each other.
There was one dude who lived.
Oh God. Poor bastard, dog.
Poor bastard.
Yeah,
Imagine being the only dude alive in the world full of women.
I would, you know what, dude? I would love, we were talking about this before we started. I mean, I would love to act, but I would never take that role.
Most men would probably think, oh, it'd be great because all the women want to have sex with me. That would get old real quick. You would never be able to keep up with it. Never. You got to satisfy every woman, you know, just even in your neighborhood or your building or some shit. Come on, man.
Dude, one. Try one. One, people, yeah, one.
Just try satisfying one. Now you got to deal with all of them. But now turn that around. Imagine the other way. I think it's a much more, in a sense, well, is it a better movie? I don't know. If all the women just died but one chick.
Ooh.
Well, we know society would just continue on. The electric and everything.
We do know, though, that sex thing would also be flipped around.
But you do know that, like, that chick would be in danger. Like massive danger, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, dude, you talk about going to war for a woman. There's only one.
What if she's like fat, dog?
Are you shaming women? Beside?
Or if like she's got a bunch of acne or something.
What if she's just horrid? Just a horrid, her neck smells like foot. Just bumps that they're not quite zits. They're not quite, you don't even know what they
a
are.
Zit and a boil.
Yeah, like that medium sized ones, where they pile up a lot on the corner.
And she loves to pop them
with one dead eye. She got one dead eye and shit. And half a leg. One leg is only half a leg. Like it's a woman, but it's the worst.
We had
imagine if the last man alive was Ron Jeremy.
A lot of offspring.
I just watched a documentary on him. Do you know that he's currently he's waiting in jail? He's looking at 34 charges of rape and sexual assault, dude. He was out there just raping chicks brutally too, horribly. I just watched I didn't even know. More than Harvey Weinstein, more charges than Harvey, and that's hard to beat.
Dude, they released him to his own
recognizance.
Well, I think he's on house arrest.
Yeah, well, he's like kind of senile now, man.
Yeah, here you go. Pull this article up. Ron Jeremy, the former porn star, accused of sexually assaulting multiple women, will be released from jail to a private residence as his health worsens nearly a year after he was formally declared incompetent to stand trial. A judge granted the 7-year-old's request to go to his private residence and round-the-clock medical care.
He's facing like 300 and something years, 330 something years. The dude is 70.
And they got it all on tape.
They got it all on tape. Well, you know what's messed up is he did a lot. He did a lot of it to porn stars in the beginning. It wasn't until he got older that he started like doing it to fans and shit like that. And like the reason why they didn't say anything is they're like, well, I'm a porn star. How can you say you got raped? And I'm thinking, I'm not a porn star, and that's not hard to figure out. The camera's not rolling. You're no longer acting. You're in a bathroom trying to get dressed, and this dude came in and forcibly assaulted you. So
yeah, dude,
what part don't you understand? You know what I'm saying? Like, what part don't you understand? You wasn't working.
Victims age range from 15 to 51, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was a bunch of bars and stuff like that,
yeah.
in West Hollywood.
Yeah, he would like lure them into bathrooms.
Dude, look what he's wearing to court, bro. It's literally himself on his shirt. Dude. Look at it, dude. He's got the mask on. Like, what the fuck is this, dog? Look, that's him. It's his face on the shirt.
Horrible. I gotta be honest. Just like R. Kelly, I was never a fan. Like, I know he was this huge, icon type, thing, but it was like, I always thought he was fat. I always thought, he was a horrible looking dude. I never understood how anybody.
You didn't have a preference for his dick at all?
I never really watched the movie. I thought he was like completely a horrible looking dude. I couldn't understand how a woman actually slept with him. And then they said like toward the end when he was doing movies, like he didn't bathe. He stunk.
That was like, what was it? The Motley Crue, like Tommy Lee and those guys.
That's fucking gross. We're not going to go there again. But that's, like the brothers stunk and everything. It's like, ugh.
I think we got a first-time commenter. Carl Maffatano says, smells like a bum's pocket.
Oh, Carl, my man Hamster Pants. That's my guitarist, Carl from Rust and Blues. Love you, my brother. Happy New Year to you. And yes, smelled like a bum's pocket. Figures the first time you come to check it out, we're talking about Ron Jeremy. That's hysterical. But I bugged out, dude, because he was like all those old stars, man. Like, a good half of them got fucking raped by this dude. Straight up. That's what it was. He's guilty. But now he's 70 something.
Yeah, and kind of going a little nuts.
He couldn't even they were showing him doing like a signing and they had to like spell his name out in front of him so he could just copy it.
I want to be like that at like 100, not 70.
I would say that's sad if he wasn't a piece of shit that deserves every freaking bit of uncomfortable life that comes his way.
Mm-hmm.
If he wasn't a piece of shit, I'd be like, oh, that's sad. That's sad. But what's sad is that he's not competent to stand trial, so he could send his ass into jail for the remainder of his life.
This is the age old question. Do you separate the art from the artist?
Well, like I said, I was never a fan.
True.
You know, I always thought he was a slimy individual.
Now-
He looked like he stunk.
Now, I'm sure you were a fan, though, of several people who have just been named on this list. Is that true or untrue?
I don't really know. I didn't even really look because I know most of the shit that was on there we already heard about. You know what I'm saying? So it was like I don't know, man. They're not going to give us anything of value.
What's your whole take on the whole situation, though?
Do you know that now one of the accusers said that Trump slept with her friend?
I saw that,
occasions?
bro.
Did you
Yes,
see
I
that?
saw that. Yep.
You believe that?
No, dude. No, he was the only one whose name wasn't. I downloaded the 1,000-page document, and he's not mentioned in that shit once.
Yeah. And now all of a sudden, her friend said that she slept with him. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's bubbling, people.
Well, and see, the thing is, too, bro, they're not going to get. There's no charges that are going to be brought from this. All they're doing is unsealing the documents. There's not going to be any cases that get brought
not
up.
Even investigations. They're not even investigating Prince Andrew.
Dog, I saw something too, bro, that it was right after Trump won the election, or maybe it was right. It was during the inauguration. Clintons and the Obamas went down to the Virgin Islands to celebrate, or in defeat.
Horrible people, and we let them run this country.
Yeah, Clinton, Kevin Spacey, Chris Tucker.
Not surprised.
Virginia Wallace, or
Don't know who that
Virginia
is.
Roberts, Prince Andrew, Ross Gow, Alan Dershowitz, Emily Taylor, Sarah Kellen, Glenn and Ava Dubin, Bill and Hillary Clinton.
And they say he went there how many times?
Oh, dude, like
50.
Yeah, more than that, I'm sure, though, dude.
And once again, we want to say that just because they're on the list, that does not mean that they did anything wrong. Nor they knew what kind of activities were being done on that island. So the fact that the name is on there is no admission of any way of guilt, nor am I saying that they're guilty. Brian might be saying that, but I'm not saying that.
No.
Yeah,
oh, dude.
Go ahead, let me hear the rest, man.
How
How many names were on there?
A lot.
Wow. That dude was constantly throwing parties, huh?
Michael Jackson.
I can't believe they even brought up Michael Jackson, man.
Yeah.
Man, let the brother, just leave him alone.
Victoria's Secret CEO.
Oh,
Not surprising. There's a bunch of other fashion stars. Naomi Campbell.
not surprised. Is what's his name on there? What's that dude's name? John Legend and his wife.
Ooh, that's a good one. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna download this. Yeah, here you go. Yes, I think this is it. Yeah, here you go, bro. I got the entire document. Let's see, legend. Nope. We can just search some names. It's Trump.
Is that how it works?
Yeah, dude.
I'm surprised his name didn't come up. Did his wife's name come up on there?
I'm sorry. What did
John
Trump's-
Legend? John Legend.
I'll look also.
I'll be surprised if him or his wife's name ain't on there. I'm not saying they should be, and I'm not accusing them of doing anything wrong. I just thought that they were friends.
Yeah, check this out. So this is from 6/15/2016. It says, oh, dude, Epstein's many Hollywood pals include Matt Groening, the creator of The Simpsons, Jeffrey.
Well, maybe that's why The Simpsons know so much. What happened?
Dude, that's it, bro. That's it. That's the Simpsons connection.
That's the Simpsons connection.
Yeah,
why they know
because
so
because
much.
Epstein.
Broken here on Rated G. Did we just break it on Rated G? Did we just figure out the connection?
I don't even know what to do.
I'm gonna go in the bathroom and masturbate real quick. I'll be back.
I'll go in the other bathroom.
That's how I like to celebrate.
But dude, yeah. So it says I also met Naomi Campbell at a birthday party of hers on a yacht in the south of France. She's a friend of Ghislaine's, but was a real bitch to me. She was very fake. She turned away from me when we were introduced by Ghislaine and Jeffrey.
I love how that testimony has so much estrogen in it. You know what I'm saying? Like it goes beyond the facts of shit. Like, you know, oh, she was a real bitch to me. And like, you know, you should have seen her hair. I was like, how are you going to have your hair up? You know, your neck doesn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, just tell us the fucking fact. Don't tell us.
You have your hair up at a deposition.
Yeah. You know, how you going to wear that to a deposition? It's like, just say the fucking, what the fuck just happened? You know, she was a real bitch to me. You know, she had a real attitude. Yeah, whatever. Just sounded very estrogen.
And this same woman says, Donald Trump was also a good friend of Jeffrey's. He didn't partake in sex with any of us, but he flirted with me. He'd laugh and tell Jeffrey, "You've got the life." Which sounds like something he would say, dog.
You got the life. You got the life. You could just walk around grabbing him by the pussy. What a life. Where do you think he probably came up with that theory of you can just grab him by the pussy? Did he say that before or after he hung out with Jeffrey?
So he stole it from Epstein? Is that
he stole his material?
He steals jokes too?
I mean,
dude, you should book him at AC Jokes.
Well, you know what's funny is I read that article yesterday where they're saying that the chick said that she slept with him multiple times and claimed to have video. But then she also came out and said she lied. 2 other times after that, she came out and said she made it up.
Hold on. I was looking at this. Who said this?
The chick that said her friend slept with Trump numerous times.
Mm-hmm.
That chick took a statement back and said she lied. And she said she lied because she wanted to bring attention to Epstein. And then they asked her again a couple of years later, and she said, no, I lied. But yet they're reporting that now in the news, because this is years ago that this was all said. And, you know, nothing was ever brought up because she said she lied. And now they're bringing it up. And the headline just says that, you know, that the chick's friend said he slept with her multiple times. That's the headline. So, of course, that's what made me read it. But if you look at it, it was accusations made years ago, and she said she lied. So, I mean, I don't know. I was expecting to see his name all over the place. Personally, that's what I was expecting. I'm surprised. I'm surprised it wasn't
Trump's name.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm surprised it wasn't. I'm glad it wasn't, but I'm surprised. You know, because you've seen pictures of them before, but then he claims those pictures were at parties. You take a picture, and dude,
there's also video of him. As soon as Trump found out about something, he tried to kick it to he kicked him out of Mar-a-Lago.
Yeah, because he went to kick it to some dude's daughter or some dude's granddaughter, and he said none of that and kicked him out. Yeah, so I don't think he was.
Yeah, so this is from CNBC in 2020. President Donald Trump banned wealthy investor Jeffrey Epstein from his. Now, see, this is really funny. What his title is now. Jeffrey Epstein's title, that is.
What is it?
It's banned wealthy investor. It's wealthy investor.
He's a wealthy investor.
Yeah, which, you know, he was.
What did he invest in?
Children. Children, dude.
Bodies. Bodies. He invested in flesh.
Yeah. Also, a lot of different types of oils, you know.
Lubes. I wonder if he was sponsored.
Strawberries. And dude, he had a great
sponsored
DJ.
by Trojan. You know he had a DJ. I want to know who was DJing those parties. You know he had a DJ. You know he had a DJ. Who was doing it?
Another one. Another one.
That's horrible. Man. You're a horrible human being. You're going to hell. Sometimes I'm glad you say things.
Yeah. So Trump banned his former friend for hitting on the teenage daughter of another member. Yep, that's what it was.
Yeah, I told you he hit on a teenage. You know, and he threw
dude, look at this headline though. This is. I want to talk directly to the camera here for a second, G. I'm speaking to everyone watching.
I'm watching you.
I'm
watching you on the screen,
YouTube,
so I'm watching.
Rumble, wherever you're watching. This message is for you. Please stop trusting the mainstream media. It is nonsense and it's utter baloney, complete horseshit, and they're just lying to you. So just look at this and I'll show you. Right? It says Clinton and Trump are named in Jeffrey Epstein documents. No wrongdoing alleged. Right? And then it goes in to say
how Clinton was banging little boys.
No, dude. It says Clinton, who sometimes flew aboard Epstein's private plane, is listed repeatedly in the documents. He was a topic over an argument over the credibility of a witness who said she saw the former president when he was a guest of Epstein's. This is not what it says in there at all. It says he likes them young. He likes them young. That's what it said. The headline should be Trump acquitted, Clinton likes him young. That's what the headline should be. Like, that's truth. That's truth.
Trump, no wrongdoing found with Trump. Clinton likes them young. That's great. That's fucking great. And it's been nice to be on YouTube for a little while. Our first day back, we just got banned again, I'm sure. So, you know, find us on Rumble. Don't forget, we're on Rumble, people, and Spotify and all those other good things because we're definitely going against the letter they sent us to behave.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, man. I just can't do it. I can't. I will not bend the knee.
Dude, it's you know, I honestly, I don't mind not saying some words. You know, like if you're on radio or whatever, you're not allowed to say words.
But if I could say fuck, I should be able to say child predator.
Yeah, no, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
But can you say fuck a child predator? Can you say
no, you have to say fuck a CP.
But we're not talking about the kid. We're talking about the predator.
Yeah, CP is child predator, isn't it? Why is everything alphabets now, man?
A degradation of the language, my friend.
Yeah.
That's why they want you to post on Instagram and not.
They want to control the language. Yeah, well, you know, listen, I choose not to run. And that's the thing. I don't watch regular media for my news. I get all my news from this dude named Riff Raff on YouTube. And he'd be like, yo, did you hear about that list from Epstein? Man, motherfuckers is on it. That's the motherfucker who gives me my news. That's how he delivers it too. Man, motherfuckers is on it, man. They had the motherfucker in the wheelchair. You know that motherfucker in the wheelchair? He was like, oh yeah. Oh my, oh yeah. That dude. It's great, man. You should hear how he talks about the Israeli conflict. It's fucking amazing.
It's Riff Raff?
Riff Raff. Are you looking him up? Because I just made him up, dude. I mean, I'm sure you'll get a Riff Raff up there somewhere.
There's a guy, Riff Raff. Wasn't he a singer or something like that? Riff Raff?
I don't know. I know I've heard the name before. Like, I'm pretty sure there's been a bunch of Riff Raffs in our lifetime. No? You think there's only been one Riff Raff?
No, this is the Riff Raff I was talking about. He's a white rapper. Look at his haircut, dog. Look at that. Is he? Yeah, he's definitely white.
Is that like a snake coming from his sideburns?
It looks like it, dude.
Gay. That looks horrible. A snake going toward his mouth.
Yeah, it's pretty gross. It's definitely very white trash.
I don't understand why people tattoo their face, except for Mike Tyson. I totally understand it. Mike, it looks great on you. And actually, is it still there? Did he get it removed? Because I really don't notice it when I see him, to be honest. I never notice it. It kind of like it just belongs there. You know, like it looks so right.
Mm-hmm. It really does.
Yeah. That looks so right. That looks the way it's supposed to look. You know, plus he did it when he was already paid, so he didn't have to worry about getting no other jobs. You know what I'm saying? When young motherfuckers do that shit, I'm like, you know, I don't want my accountant having 7 teardrops coming down the side of his face.
Yeah, I don't see if it's removed. Oh, maybe it faded.
Yeah, all I know is I just really haven't noticed it.
Yeah, it's just kind of like fading.
Yeah, that's what it is. I just haven't noticed it.
Yeah, it's just fading a bit.
Well, what's gonna happen is the face. You know, and tattoos fade. That's what they do eventually.
So what do you you know, we talked about our good old friend Jeffrey Epps. Have you heard about his brother saying that it wasn't a you know, he didn't do it to himself? Did you hear that?
I need his brother to tell me that.
Well, no, you didn't need your brother. We didn't need his brother to say that, but his brother is saying it now.
Why now? Why didn't he say it from the beginning? Did he used to think he did it to himself? You know, is there a point that he was like, yeah, he probably did it to himself? Look, you could see,
Okay, dude, you want truth in the news, dog?
but I'm just saying, look, you
Really?
could see in the deposition the type of dude that dude was.
Yeah.
In the deposition, you could see he's an arrogant prick who thinks he can't be touched. And if he's going to be touched, he's going to make sure everybody around him gets touched too. He doesn't seem like the type of person that's going to be like, oh, this is all coming down on me. And just say,
You don't think he's gonna take the rap?
no, he's not going to take the rat. You know what I'm
You
saying?
think he's still alive, dude?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was fast. I think he's still alive too, dude. I don't
Yeah.
think
How
he's
hard is
gone.
it?
Yeah.
They took him out of a rinky-dink fucking jail, wherever the fuck that was. It was some rinky-dink
It was
jail.
in Manhattan, bro.
Rinky-dink.
Yeah.
And they wheeled him out, said he was dead. They didn't let they didn't lift the cover and let people smack him in the face and shake him.
And no
roll him onto the
autopsy
floor.
because it was ruled,
And no autopsy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So this is
And I'm
from.
sure he was probably cremated.
Yeah. This is from the New York Post, which has better headlines, I would say. This one says Jeffrey Epstein's brothers list the evidence he claims feds are covering up about his death.
About the pedophiles.
Yeah, here.
Pedophilia.
Hmm.
Pedophilia.
I'm trying to see what
Can they cut us off for saying that?
I don't know. Yeah, he said there appears to be no investigation once it was ruled a suicide. They saw no reason to dig deeper. It seems like
no reason to dig deeper.
Why can't I find his pre-hospital care report, and why can't I get the 911 call? That's what he wants to know.
I'll tell you why.
Because there isn't one.
There isn't one. So you're not going to get it. They don't want to give it to you. That's why. They don't want to give it to you. Okay? The reason why they hide everything from us. You know what I'm saying? Like the reason why they hide everything from us.
Oh, dude. This is juicy right here. The autopsy. So 2 medical examiners were present for the Epstein autopsy. Dr. Kristen Roman and Dr. Michael Baden. The latter was sent to Mark independently by Mark independently to oversee the procedure. They agreed to list the manner of death as pending, saying further investigation was required. That was overruled a week later by New York Chief Medical Examiner Barbara Sampson, who changed it to a self.
What's his name?
Barbara Sampson. That's the woman. The chief medical examiner. We're definitely looking into her right now.
Yeah,
what she got going
Is she
on
the list? Yeah, I don't trust anybody, man. I'm sorry. I don't trust anybody anymore. And why should I? Don't blame me. Don't blame me that you're all untrustworthy fucking pieces of shit. I mean, I don't know why people are acting surprised, because a lot of stuff that's coming out is all stuff that's been out there. Even with the stuff, like everyone's making a big deal over Katt, which I loved. I loved the interview. Katt's the man, yo. Definitely team Katt on this one. But everything he said it wasn't like it. He never said it before. Everything he said, he pretty much has said before. So why do people act surprised? You got your hands up? What you find for us, man?
Okay. Prior to the pandemic, Barbara Sampson saw over the autopsies of Eric Gardner, Joan Rivers, and Jeffrey Epstein, dog.
Oh my gosh, she could be trusted.
Yeah.
She can be trusted. Are you kidding me? The autopsy of Jeffrey Epstein. Who was the one before that?
Eric Gardner.
Eric Gardner, yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
He got shot by police.
Oh. And then it was.
And that was a big thing. Eric Gardner, wait.
And Joan Rivers.
Joan Rivers.
And they.
Joan Rivers, the one who came out and said, oh, Michelle's Big Mike, nobody cares. And then died 2 weeks later. Joan Rivers. And that's the chick who did the autopsy. All 3 of them were suicides. She said all 3 of them were suicides. Yeah, Eric Garner, I forgot which one he was. Hold on a second, because that was the time when everything was going on.
Yeah, Eric, I got it up right here. Eric Garner was a 43-year-old African man who was killed by the New York City borough of Staten Island.
Oh, that's the chokehold.
Yeah. Yeah, but it was a different. Dude, why am I thinking? Why do I think George Floyd was?
Oh yeah, you're right. George Floyd.
Well, George Floyd, I guess, was another one, but no, Garner was the dude for
can't
selling. He was
breathe.
selling Lucy's.
Yeah,
Eric Garner was the dude selling Lucy's.
yeah.
But,
And he said, "I can't breathe."
oh, I can't breathe, dude. Why
Became
did I
the
think that
rally-
was George
became the
Floyd though
rally
that said I
cry.
can't breathe?
Well, I think it carried over. They remixed it. They remixed it.
Huh. Yeah, he was.
He had asthma, heart disease, and obesity.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody ever got charged in that. But yeah,
Oh, Floyd was he had the counterfeit 20. He tried to pass the counterfeit 20.
Yeah,
And then he was the knee to the back of the head.
yeah. But if you look,
And
from a
he
different
repeatedly
angle,
said he could not breathe.
yeah, all of that is all craziness.
Damn,
But that's crazy
dog,
that she.
same medical examiner.
That's pretty crazy.
And she was the first woman to ever be
I mean-
chief medical examiner in New York City. And she also resigned in November of 2021.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I feel like you know why she resigned? Because she probably had enough money after coming up with those causes of death to live for the rest of her life. And
No,
not
she
having-
said it steered her. She steered the city through the grueling onset of the COVID pandemic. We were so overwhelmed with the number of fatalities here in the city that we
Mhm.
needed every employee to be part of our response.
What city?
New York, bro. New York
Really?
City.
New
Yeah.
York.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. Once again, man, don't listen.
She said, keep with the truth and what is based in science and in medicine, and you can't go too far astray. This is what she said of her guiding philosophy. Barbara Sampson, former medical examiner, New York City. She's quickly championed new technology for DNA analysis and for opioid detection, so autopsies can be done more quickly to inform public health officials and law enforcement about
because-
what drugs are on the street.
Because autopsies are something that we should just knock out real quick. Just do them as quick as possible.
Mhm.
I don't think you should take time.
And
and
dude, she
figuring that
started
stuff
under
out.
her predecessor, Dr. Charles Hirsch, in examining human remains recovered from the 9/11 attacks.
Hmm. And the plot thickens. I mean, we could connect everything. You could connect everything if you want, man. We could put a whole board behind us and just have a whole bunch of lines pointing right back to Epstein. Everything's pointing back. Then Epstein going down to the Jesuits, and it's all just fucking connections. It's just a
And
whole
then,
octopus of connections.
do you know what's at the bottom or in the middle of that list?
A leprechaun.
The jury. The jury is at the middle of that list, dog.
Insanity, man. Stop playing footsie with me under
I'm
this fucking
sorry,
thing, man.
dude. I'm just getting a little excited.
Where's my man? What's his name? Butters? Is that it, Butters?
It is Butters. Oh man. Thank you to all the people still watching with us. Okay, I mean that's really all I have to say about this Barbara Sampson, person. I mean, I definitely think she's sketchy. I mean, look at her, dude. Come on.
Oh, she's definitely like a Caesar. and
He said Zier, not Caesar.
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 Zuzah. She looks more like a Zuzah.
Zazu.
But why do they all look like that? Like that's the look. That's the fucking look right there. If you look like that nowadays, you're gonna go far. You're gonna go far. You don't even need the talent. You're gonna go far. What about
Yeah.
those fucking planes? You heard about that plane with the
dog.
fucking door blew open?
Yeah, bro.
And they're saying like that's not even like the first incident. Like shit's been falling apart on planes left and right.
Yeah.
Could it possibly be because the people that they're hiring to maintain this stuff aren't really qualified? Because whether or not you're a woman or a person of a certain race doesn't make you good at doing things. So maybe they got people working that don't deserve to be working there. I know I don't want to get on a fucking plane right now.
I know, dude. I gotta go to California too.
My daughter gets on planes all the time, and that shit makes me nervous, man. Doors are blowing open. What is this, Die Hard?
I always say, dude, when you go to an auto body shop and you're like looking around, and there's like, old porn magazines and coffee fucking stains everywhere. That's the same type of guy who works on a plane. The guy who works on your car is the same type of dude that works on a plane, dog. And there's
Used
a
to
lot
be.
of bad mechanics.
Yeah.
You
But
want
on planes,
Yeah, dude, I think about that all the time. Like
Everything's falling apart.
all of my friends who are in unions, building stuff like New York City carpenters, bricklayers, pile drivers, they're all on fucking heroin, dude. All of them. All those guys are on heroin, dude. Like you go to a rehab, dude, it'll be 60 or 70% of people from a union of some kind. All those guys are fucked up. They drink, they smoke weed, they do coke, they do heroin, and those are the guys that are building the skyscrapers in Manhattan.
Yeah, man, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, dude, I always said that. Anytime
I have a
rehab,
friend who works on bridges, and I'm thinking to myself, I don't remember him being that smart. Like, I would have never thought he would have been working on bridges, or that he should.
Yeah. You want to see the plane video?
Yeah, let's see. They got a video of it.
The missing part of the Alaska Airlines plane that blew off in mid-flight
Open.
has been found. The door plug was found in an Oregon teacher's backyard Sunday night.
I thought, pause that for a second. I thought he was going to say the missing door was found in an Oregon teacher's back. She was going out to get a mail and it fucking enlarged right in her back. Imagine that you're looking out your window, sipping like right here. You're sipping your coffee and you see a fucking plane door land in your backyard.
Oh, dude, yeah, I got a video of that too. I'm trying to find.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it really seems like there's only that one angle.
Yeah, everybody else was grabbing the fucking
excited
seats.
to announce that we found the door plug.
You see it? That's the door.
Thank you, Bob. Bob, I will not give you Bob's last name, but Bob contacted us.
Isn't that fucking nuts, dude?
Now, does he get to keep that?
Oh, yeah, I don't.
It's on his property. I'd be like, if you want it, you got to buy it. You should get some sort of money for finding that. No,
I mean, dude, it landed in his yard.
It could have landed on him.
Yeah,
his
but it
dog.
didn't.
So what? Because it didn't.
Yeah. What do you? Okay.
How about now?
No,
I'm
by
afraid.
your
Hold on a second.
no, by your
hold on.
logic.
Now I'm
your
afraid.
logic-
Here's the thing. Ever since that fucking door landed there, right? I used to love to go out there to read books. Okay. Now I can't go out there because every time I open my fucking door, I think there's a door gonna land on me. You made me afraid to walk into my own backyard. No man should have to fucking live like that. I demand compensation.
Yeah, no man would live like that. That is what a woman would say about this situation, dog. No man would ever say that. No man would ever say that. No man would ever be like, I want to go out. I love enjoying reading my novellas with a glass of honey tea.
Now, wait a minute. Why'd you say novellas, dude? What are you getting racist on me? Because I'm Puerto Rican. Right away, you went with novellas?
No. I mean, I'm just saying. I'm thinking.
If you were talking to any of your white friends, would you have said novellas or would you have said reading books? You racist twat.
See, dude, this is, I wish Mel Brooks was here right now because he would come to defend me. He'd be like, you're darker than him, dude. Look, what do you think? No? Yeah, what? We're about the same?
Don't touch. You're red. Red ain't dark.
He says, don't touch me. I don't want your dirty olive oil greasy skin anywhere near my pristine.
I don't want your greasy Italian skin.
With your greasy Dago hair.
Yeah, man, and your fucking mozzarella fingers. Dude, I would bug the fuck out. What if you were the person sitting by the door? Supposedly that seat was empty, left empty because the person didn't make the flight.
Yo, dude, how many prayers are you said of gratitude are you saying that you didn't get on that flight?
Dude,
bro?
if I'm sitting by that door and it starts to pull me, I feel bad for the person sitting next to me.
Yeah.
I really do. And I hope that person has the seatbelt on because I am grabbing the fuck out of that person. I'm grabbing whatever I can grab with the quickness.
I'm getting paid if I was on that flight, dude.
Why?
Why?
You got hurt. You didn't get hurt.
For exactly the same reasons that I was just making fun of you for.
Okay, there you go.
But I was on the plane, dude. It missed you. There's no trauma.
And where's your trauma? You were strapped in. You didn't go flying out. You weren't hanging by the side.
But what if I had to hang on and claw back?
Well, that's a different story. That's a different story. You have to hang on and crawl back because now you can claim your fingers hurt, your hands hurt.
Let me ask you this. If you were on that flight, would you be banging yourself into some walls to try to drum up some bruises for some photos?
Hell yeah, my back is fucked up from that flight, son.
My neck, my back.
But that's crazy, dude. Imagine that shit, man. The door flies open and you're sitting there.
Your daughter has something she wants to say.
I would be screaming. I'm not even gonna lie. I'd be like, motherfucker. I'd be bugging. What did my daughter say? Dad, you are so dramatic. I'm dramatic. What are you gonna do with that door? I'm gonna sell it back to them. I'm pretty sure they need to investigate. So I'm gonna sell it back to them. There's a value to everything. How badly do they want the door?
Probably get in trouble.
How about this?
For heating an investigation, impeding an investigation.
She says, what are you gonna do with the door? What are they gonna do with the door? I think the FAA will need to study the door to figure out why it blew out. Yes.
Dude, I think we know what happens, bro.
Yes, they're gonna have to study the door, and to do that, they're gonna have to pay me some money.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Like, they need the door. So what I'm saying is, I now have the door. Finders, keepers, losers, sweepers.
You're an economist, dude. What can we say?
Right? I mean, you know, what kind of American would I be if I didn't try to make money off of that? Yeah. You know. Oh shit, Self. What's up, baby? Happy New Year to you. Yo, fam, miss you. Miss you too, my brother. We thought we were gonna see you at the live podcast thing, but we didn't. No hard feelings. I know you're out there in Puerto Rico. I just kind of felt like I wouldn't have been surprised if Saul showed up. I wouldn't have been surprised. You know, not that I'm surprised you didn't. You know, you're a little flaky. I'm only playing you, man. It's good to hear from you, Self. Love you, dog.
Oh,
love you and the fam. Give my love to the fam as well, man.
Dude, remember? I can't remember what show that was. I think it was you. Actually, I remember the show now. It was you, Terry, Merck, and Adam at some yacht club.
Yeah.
And then I don't know.
Self was his fam was running the kitchen.
Yeah. And did you guys? I guess that's probably how it got set up.
Through Self. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I didn't know. I was like, oh shit, you're here. I was like, what's up, dog? And he's like, they're making all the food. I'm like, oh yeah, let's go.
Oh yeah, the food was great too.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, good shows too, man. Big up to you, Self. Appreciate you, man. Yeah. You know, what's he say? Yes, my restaurant.
He says I'll be down in mid-January. LOL.
Cool, man.
Cool.
Hopefully, I'll still be here, God willing. You know, it's nice to be alive, man.
Well,
you know, in Atlantic City, man, 3 murders already this year. You know, they are purging. They are purging, dude. They don't give a fuck out there now. That's why I'm looking to get out. Anybody got some good rentals? Let me know.
It was a shooting. Just, I mean, dude, right the other night, right? In your
right in front. I got video from outside when I came outside.
Well, yeah, well, I think you sent it to me, right?
Yeah, but I think I sent it to you in a text.
Yeah, it's okay. I can get it up on here.
The quality's gonna look crappy because you have
no, we have Android, dude.
Oh, you have Android?
Yeah, I have Android.
All right, because I can send it to your Instagram.
No, I got it.
Yeah, that was crazy, man. And it's funny too, because I asked the cop what happened. He's like, I can't tell you. And I'm like, you can't tell me? I'm a resident right now. Should I be afraid? Like, you know, there's like a million cop cars out here.
Right,
What's happening?
Yeah, I can't download it right now for some reason.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I found that very weird that he was like, I can't tell you. You can't tell me. That seems weird. You know what I'm saying? Somebody, and the thing is, it's not like they caught the dude with the gun. So we got someone running around the neighborhood with a gun and you can't tell me? No, I can't tell you.
Oh, he doesn't want to cause panic.
Cause panic. There's 37 police cars out there, man. That's the panic is there, even though I wasn't panicking, you know, but I just sent it to you to your Brian T. Licata. Okay. And it's funny too, because that makes me think about something. Like, I got that video and then I read some of the news articles. It was these 2 kids at a B&B party. Shit popped off. One kid got shot in the head. The other one got shot in the leg. If I'm correct, the kid that got shot in the head passed away. If I'm correct, I could be wrong. But like, I mean, like shit like that's gonna happen.
What do you mean? Just like
parties and shit like that. I mean, that could happen in any neighborhood where kids carry guns.
Which is allegedly your neighborhood. I got the video.
Yeah, I mean that's from outside my house. They was everywhere.
Now I didn't know it was on Ventnor Ave. I thought it was on Providence.
No, it was on. It was right. You know where the bank is, right across the street where the tattoo shop is. It was right by that bus stop.
That's where those are where the stores are, right? There's like a
Yeah.
little
Yeah,
like
it was
smoke
down the
shop
block
and
from
like
me.
and the Chinese place. The
Yes,
Chinese place
on
is
the
right
other
there.
corner where the bus stop is.
The black chicken place.
Yo, I messed up, man. I messed up because the next day I went by there to go get a blunt, and of course, you go and you look, and I looked, and I shouldn't have done that. Disturbing.
Yeah,
They don't. Let's just say they don't clean up very well in Atlantic City, man. Wipe your feet before you go into your house, man, because yeah,
I'm a big shoes off kind of guy in the
It was
house, dude.
disturbing to me, what I saw, which I'll save y'all guys the details. But let's just say they don't clean up very well there. So yeah, 3 already, and I think that's enough for me. I'm ready to get the hell out of Atlantic City. I'm still gonna do my thing, but I just gotta get out of here. Closer to New York, baby. I'm coming closer to New York.
Woo!
Get back on that New York circuit, man. Then watch out.
Gay.
Why?
No, it was the wrong one I meant to do.
Why? What was?
Because I can.
Because you control it.
There's no reason.
So did you watch the whole Katt Williams thing?
I did.
The whole 3 hours?
I did.
It was
And
like 2:45.
I got to say, dude, it was awesome.
Yeah, it was fun to watch.
But initially, I was a little like, all right, it seems like he's bitching, right? That was my first, like, when I watched the first, like, minute, I'm like, all right, dude, it's like, come on now, you're just complaining. But then he got kind of, and what I actually mistook him complaining for is he was just really emotional about it at first. And then he settled down, and then he was just, and I was like, oh, shit, dog.
I mean, in reality, it's like but when you look at what he said, right? First of all, nobody's calling him a liar. Everyone has came out to respond. Everyone's responding. I'm good. Everyone's responding, but nobody's saying he's a liar. Bernie Mac's daughter came out, responded, and she took Kevin's back.
Kevin Hart's back?
I mean, not Kevin. Katt
back.
Took Katt's back. Like nobody's saying he's lying. I mean, what he said about the dude from Family Feud.
Steve Harvey.
Steve Harvey.
Yes, he said Steve Harvey stole his homeless story, is what he was saying, right?
Yeah,
or no? Pretty much. That was pretty much what he was saying.
Yeah, he stole his life in a sense, like a life story of his. But I mean, in reality, is anyone surprised that Steve Harvey is? I mean, I heard he was a prick, and I'm saying as a comedian who needs breaks and all that kind of shit. Like I cut off so many fucking, you know what I'm saying? But whatever.
Dude, that's not the break you want anyway.
It's not a person I want to fuck with anyway because you could see it.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I don't hate Steve Harvey. Like I'll watch Family Feud, and he'll say some funny shit every now and then. But on that show, just on that show alone, you can see his arrogance.
Right.
You can see that he thinks he's better than everybody on that fucking show.
Bro. It's a game show, dog.
No doubt. So why are you so arrogant?
No. I'm agreeing with you.
Why are you so like?
Point.
What makes you better? Because you're the host, but you can see like you can just
and it's
see
the people's answers who are really funny. He just bounces off of them.
Every now and then he says something funny. I don't really hate the dude. You know what I'm saying? Like but I knew I'm not surprised to hear that he's a piece of shit to other comedians who are up and coming or that he considers to be a threat. Who's surprised by that? I kind of always knew that, And then the Bernie Mac stuff was really nothing new. That was said before.
Yeah, I got I actually have an interesting video that I saw about Bernie Mac that I wanna play, right? So this is they're at a photo shoot, right? And the producers
Actually on the lap. You're sitting. Did you wait?
No.
It would be her. Abby, isn't Jeremy on the other side? Where am I? I'm going to show you. Ow!
Watch.
He's actually going to sit on your
No.
lap. No? Okay.
No.
Do we have
You see how he just grabbed him like that? Like that was a dad grab, bro. How he just grabbed the kid like that and just says, "No, you're sitting right here." He grabbed his knee, bro.
Yeah.
That pinch spot on the knee where your dad grabs you and you just fucking stop what you're doing.
My dad never really touched me. Never hugged me. Never said no. Only play. My dad.
Way to bring the show to a screeching halt.
Nah, I'm lying. My dad was a very loving father. But yeah, he wasn't having it.
Weird, right, dude? Weird.
They kept wanting to put him on his. He's like, no, he's not sitting on my lap. Why did they want him on the lap? What is that? Oh, your dog's probably lapping up water over there or something. Does he got water?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He just took a drink.
Yeah,
There
that
he
was,
comes slinking through the back.
that was weird. Yeah, hey there.
You kind of heard it on the mic a little bit, like faintly on the mic.
Yeah, I
What
was
is
like,
that? I was like, is the house leaking right now?
Well, when you hear that in my house, that's what's going on. Somewhere water is coming through. You just have to find it.
So what else? I mean, what else did you get from the Katt Williams thing? 'Cause I mean, there's Kevin Hart, Cedric the Entertainer.
The Kevin Hart thing, I'd say is in new, because I think he's went at Kevin for that before. The dress thing, and I never really heard him say he was a plant. That I never heard him say. That was kind of new.
And to say those words,
that he's a plant.
Yeah.
And I mean, I like Kevin Hart. He's a funny dude.
Yeah, see, dude, I've never ever found anything he's done funny.
Really?
Doesn't, like, I'm not gonna laugh at what? Like, you can tell in all of his specials he didn't write those jokes. You know, like they're not his jokes at all. You know, I don't think they ever were.
I mean,
you know?
I don't know. I always thought Kevin.
His movies are tacky.
Here's the thing. I liked all his early stuff, and then once he blew up, it just became kind of like different styles of repeating the same old stuff. Like every character is pretty much the same.
Yeah, dude, it's just this high pitched.
Yeah, it's
nonsense,
like watching
dude.
him in the same role all over. I mean, listen, it's hard to stay on top, and I don't know. I didn't really have
his stand-up wasn't good.
I liked his first special. I'm not gonna lie. I liked his first
That was
special.
probably the one he wrote then.
Yeah, the first special I liked. The second one I thought was okay, and then I actually stopped watching after that. I didn't see none of his other specials after that, which isn't because of him. I also just don't watch comedy no more.
Right.
You know, I watched the new Dave Chappelle because I always watch Dave Chappelle, and I'll always watch Bill Burr.
When
you know,
what did you think of? Well, I kind of want to stay on the Katt thing. We'll talk about the Chappelle special.
He called out Joe Rogan too. That surprised me when he called out Joe Rogan. But you heard Joe Rogan responded too.
I did,
and he said, "Dude, I would love to have you on the show."
What else? Is he going to say though?
There's really nothing to defend. I mean, I'm sure if he gets him on the show, he'd be like, "Why'd you say that I didn't want you on the show? You know, we never even had this conversation probably."
Right.
You know.
But he also had a lot to say about Rogan's people, like the other comedians that are around him.
He's had a bunch of comedians on his show, but I think he's talking about the group that he constantly keeps bringing back. Like there is a little handful of people that have been on it more than others.
Dude, if it was our show and we had a big platform like that, we're gonna get our friends or
more than not, it'll be our friends, you know,
or people we think are funny.
Yeah,
that other people might not think they're funny, but I mean, we do. I mean, I'm sure if we thought they were funny, they're probably funny.
Yeah, if we think they're funny, they're funny. If everybody else like they're not funny, they're wrong.
Right.
It's that simple. I hear crowds every night that are wrong. I'll hear laughter.
Only at your shows.
I'll hear laughter and I'll be like, you're wrong. I'll hear crowds like cackling it up for certain comedians, and I'll be like, you're wrong. You guys are wrong.
Yeah.
You're just wrong. And now your laughs for me mean nothing. You're just a laugher. You just laugh. You don't care what's said or if it's funny. You just, oh, it means nothing to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you, dude.
I'm terrible.
It's kind of like that. It's like the baby was breathtaking.
I'm terrible because I'll see like a shitty comedian going up, or at least a person that I'm like, this person isn't funny, and then they get laughs, and I'll be like, you're just encouraging him. Like in my mind, I'm not thinking maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this person really is funny. In my mind, I'm going, stop. You're just encouraging him.
I think you're right though. Like you're definitely right. That's a right assumption to make. Oh, look who it is, Traveling Runner.
Hey, Traveling Runner, what's up, baby? Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year, my bros from Mother Mo's. Hope y'all had a good holiday. I'm so glad the fucking holidays are over. Fuck those holidays, man. Stressing us out, giving us shit to stress over. And now guess what? You think you're done. You're not really done because you got Valentine's Day coming, people. And that has to be the fucking most commercialized holiday there is. Why the fuck would you bother? You know what I'm saying? Like you're spending all that money on shit that normally Ain't that much money. I mean, what was the price of roses jump during that fucking holiday?
Probably like $10 a dozen or something like that. $15 a dozen, double, maybe.
$15 a dozen.
Like increases.
More.
Yeah, increases.
I think a dozen of roses probably goes for like $50, $60 on Valentine's
Yeah,
Day.
it depends. Yeah.
Whereas any
Quality
other time of the day,
roses.
you can get them for like $25 or
Yeah,
some
but
shit
dude,
like
there
that.
was a great part of this Christmas. This is a gift that my boy G got me. I haven't had the chance to frame it up, but it's Coltrane and Miles Davis. A rare photo that he bought in the store.
Yeah, that I bought in the store. That they told me was rare.
No, dude, but you know, when you look at it, I was in the store.
It was the only one in the store. It wasn't like they had 7 other of them behind them. So I guess it was rare in that store.
It looks like they're in like a VFW hall or some shit. That's kind of what I said. That, you know, like they're not on a real stage, you know?
Yeah, no, it looks like they're in some, up and coming anywhere kind of. We got a gig at a Moose Lodge.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what it is.
That's what I liked about it.
Yeah. It's very cool.
You know,
That'll get hung up in
I love pictures like that.
The studio eventually. Dude, you know what I love pictures of? This. This is just a post from a page about all these the Katt Williams kind of putting, you know, some receipts to what he was talking about. You remember this from Chappelle?
To a degree. Like when I connect that.
Of course I remember that. I've seen it a million times. I can't help but fucking
There is to a degree. Like when I connect dots that maybe shouldn't be connected, I don't know. But certain dots, like when I see that they put every black man in the movies in a dress at some point in their career, I'll be connecting that dot like, wow, all these brothers gotta wear a dress. This happened to me. I'm doing a movie with Martin.
Yeah.
It's crazy saying this on Oprah too, bro.
So I walk in a trailer.
Oprah's evil.
I know, that's what I'm saying. It's crazy.
Evil. You can see it even in this video.
Mm-hmm.
You can see it even in this video how she tries to make him sound crazy.
The writer comes in. I think he's the writer. He's like, Dave, listen, we got this hilarious scene where Martin's sneaking out of jail. So he disguises you as a prostitute. And he put this dress on. And Martin's a prostitute. No, I'm not doing that. I don't feel comfortable with that. That should have been in the discussion. What? You don't feel comfortable with it? I mean, it's a hilarious bit. All the greats have done it. So, well, if all the greats have done it, Pharisee, there.
Yeah, I mean, but I sent you the video because, you know, because the internet is undefeated.
Mm-hmm.
But I sent you the video of Dave Chappelle with our boy Howard Stern. And I don't know if he's in a blouse or if he's in a dress, but he definitely got fake boobs.
Chappelle?
And lipstick on. But you also got to take into, you know, like that was early in his career. Like he was very young. You could see he was young.
Mm-hmm.
And probably before he knew what that was all about. You know, because he never claimed to it, you know, like everyone's like, he said he never wore a dress. He never said he never wore a dress. I didn't hear him say that. I just heard him say he wasn't going to from that point on. You know, because I remember once, like me, when they go, oh, when you do TV stuff or whatever, like when I did the video and all that, did you wear makeup? And I said, no, I didn't let him put makeup on my face. The reason why, though, is because I had let him do it once when I did my photo shoot for
and it was probably some crazy shit, right?
Vibe magazine.
Yeah.
We did the photo shoot, you know, like we're gonna put a little powder and whatever. And then the pictures came out and I looked like, like this fucking fake face looking shit. And I was like, I'm never doing that again.
Yeah.
You know, I'm never letting him put makeup on, you know, but I did it once. That's how I knew I was never letting him do it again. You know, and then when they went to do the video, they're like, we got the makeup girl. I said, you're not putting no fucking makeup on me. What are you, insane?
Oh, this is the video you're talking about.
Yeah, this is the video right here.
We got some great guests coming. Hey, what are you guys laughing at so much? I think I paid them too much, jerks. All right, let's play a new video of other movies been after. Robin, you show the tape. What do you think of it?
Well, Howard,
Hey, Robin, what's the matter with you? You have a cold?
as a matter of fact, I do.
Really? Probably a chest cold. Hey, Robin, you taking temperature?
I don't like this, dude.
Nah, it seems very. I mean, I was never a Stern fan, to be honest. Never. I never saw the appeal. I'm also not a dude that likes fucking prank calls and shit. And like, you know, like when they do those things in the morning where a chick will call up a man and do some prank on a man to try to, you know what I'm saying? And then
that was in 93 too.
I'm not into pranking too much. 93. How old was he in 93? I was 23. I think he's younger than me. How old is he now?
Let me look.
I think he's younger than me, to be honest.
Oh shit. People say he's a clone.
They're saying he's a clone.
Yeah.
Isn't everyone?
And
Isn't everyone?
they discussed once again about the 50 million.
That was that.
No, it was just one of the videos. We're not watching it though.
No.
Yeah, we're not watching it. Traveling Runner says Valentine's Day is a perfect time to get fist deep with the ones you love with Triple X Playground.
Yes, it is, man. And if you don't know what Traveling Runner is talking about, man, go to triplexplayground.com, man. If you didn't buy it for Christmas, then yes, no better time than Valentine's Day to go get yourself Triple X Playground, the board game at triplexplayground.com. Roll the dice and get fist deep into somebody you love. 2 to 8 players. You can get fist deep in someone you like, someone you're just attracted to, or someone you just want to know how warm their bum is from the inside. Well, guess what? The dice will get you there. Roll the dice and get fist deep at triplexplayground.com and get yourself Triple X Playground, the board game.
Dude, if they wanted to get maybe a really cool Rated G hoodie and support the show, they could go over to briantlicata.com/shop and get some Rated G drip stitched. It's nice.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, well, thanks.
Yeah.
You know, and it was made by some little Oriental kids in a factory somewhere.
Because we like to support.
Yeah.
We show our support for the Orientals.
Well, you know, dude, it has like 100,000 stitches in it. And they're really like, I made it so it was a nice stitch and it's hand done all in little tiny spots for tiny fingers.
We're an equal opportunist employers. The Traveling Runner says the Jerky Boys taste was funny. What's it say? Jerky Boys tape was funny for a few days. Yeah, I mean, like, listen, I'm not gonna say I never heard a prank call that made me laugh. That was funny, but I'm not really into that prank shit. I'm just not into it, man. Something about it I don't like. I also don't like surprise parties.
Right.
To be honest, I'm not really big in surprise parties. Like, especially like it's one thing if like, you know, you tell me, gee, we're going to the bar and I go there and the crew is there at the bar. Oh, okay. You just told everyone to go to the bar. But like when you go and it's an elaborate,
like a ruse
surprise.
A ruse.
There's balloons and there's a cake and everyone's there like, oh, and everyone got gifts, which means that this was elaborate. You knew you were doing this for months and you went, for this to happen, we had to tell you to do this. And remember when we made you go here for that? That's why we sent you. Oh, so you was lying to me. All you proved to me is that you can lie without me knowing, because I had no idea you were throwing this party. Every time you told me I needed to do that, I thought you needed to do that. Now, this time you did it for my benefit. But what you proved to me is you're a pretty good fucking liar. Happy birthday to me. I got a fucking liar as a fucking partner.
I gotta say, I'm not surprised that this is how you feel.
I'm sorry. I don't like being
well, no. You don't need to apologize. But this has kind of been an awakening for me. Just like, learning about Santa Claus from you. This kind of feels like that. I'm back in my chair. My back is rested.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't have a problem with a surprise party that doesn't take a lot of effort.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to lie. Like, I never lied to you once. I just never told you we were doing the surprise party.
Right.
But those ones that, take effort, then there's a lot of lies behind that. You got to get the person to go someplace else. I remember my last surprise party. They made me go to the studio. I was over there thinking that we're going to record to do some stuff. And they got me going through old music for like 2 hours. We're hanging out doing music. When I get back, and I'm like, wait a minute. Oh, yeah, we had Pete take you over there. And I'm like, that was set up. You're a fucking liar. And I wasn't wrong, but that's a story for another time.
Whoa.
Yeah, man. I mean, the Jerky Boys were funny in the beginning, and there are some tapes that are funny. I remember I used to listen to the morning show in New York, and they would do like a prank call to somebody. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it was funny. Most of the time it wasn't.
They always used to do the War of the Roses.
People,
you remember that?
Yeah.
War of the Roses, where they'd find like they would call up somebody who thinks they're cheating, say, hey, we're going to give you free roses. Who do you want to give them to? And I also feel like, dude, with the show that's like that popular, everyone knows about it. Like it's probably not real.
No, it's probably not. Nothing's real.
Yeah. Except this show, I think.
Yeah. And also, Conspiracy Mondays on the JoJo and Scotty morning show at 7:15 with Gary G. Garcia and JoJo and Scotty. That's real, That's my real opinions on things.
Available at 100.7 WZXL iHeartRadio.
Traveling Runner says Robin, what's that? Robin Hood Men in Tights. Yeah, did he wear? I think he wore a dress in that too.
That I think Robin Hood Men in Tights was another Mel Brooks movie, right?
Yeah, it was. But I know Chappelle was in there.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, Chappelle was in there for sure. But I mean, he was really young, and I think the point is more like when he probably did those, he probably didn't give a shit. You know, he was probably young, probably didn't even really know what the meaning of all that was.
Yeah, but he's also, I mean, I guess in this, like he's wearing tights, but it's not. He's not a woman.
I think there is a scene where he dresses up as a chick. I can't really remember that movie too much. It was a good movie.
Yeah, here you go. That was the where'd the scene go? Yeah, here it is. See, dressed up like a woman right there.
Yeah.
But they all are.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, man, I think it's more of a point of when he decided he didn't want to do it, they kept pushing him to do it. You know what I'm saying? It's more of like I said, no. So what the fuck do you keep pushing it for?
I know, dude. Like in that Bernie Mac video we watched, in like 30 seconds, they try to put the kid on his lap 3 times, 3 different ways.
Yeah, I don't know what that is, man. I mean, I know what that is. We all know what it is, but we're not allowed to say it, which is the dumbest shit in the fucking world. Even all the dumb shit with the letters. It's like once you know what it means, like you say grape. Once you know what it means, then isn't that just another way of saying the word?
Yeah, it
then becomes dumb.
The same thing.
It then becomes the word.
Right.
You know, like you think if a white dude said to somebody, you know, go fuck yourself, N-word, that he's not going to get his ass kicked. We know what the fuck he means.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and when someone goes, I don't say the N-word, you just said it. You just said it because it's all about what is the content. So we know what you mean.
Mm-hmm.
We know what you mean. So you just said it. You said it in here and you said it in here.
Dude, that's like the deviant part about it is by doing all this stuff, you know, you're changing names of words. And this was something actually I wanted to bring up about to you too. So there was the alien sighting at the mall in Miami, right? This is my theory on it, right? So what happens when you Google something, you're trying to find out about Miami and the kids that were tied to Epstein because the judge was from Miami who unsealed the documents, right? And there's a whole bunch of cases down there. So you type Miami kids, Epstein, whatever. But now what'll come up is Miami kids, aliens, because it was kids that were the reason that they said all those cops were there. But bro, there was like, I don't know if there was an alien, dude. I don't know what the fuck happened, but there was
no alien. The kids were there. Supposedly they were rioting. This is what they reported. Mm-hmm. The kids were rioting, or they said they were, you know,
they were beating people with sticks. That's the article. And beating people with sticks.
And then someone lit up some fireworks. They thought it was shots. So everyone started running. Now, what I find so funny is they got a lot of footage of everybody running. There's a lot of footage, clear as day. You could recognize people. If you knew them, you'd be like, yo, that's riffraff, right? Then they show you the video of the supposed aliens, and for some reason, camcorder VHS, grainy footage all the time. The fuck out of here with that shit.
Coming at you with an
yeah. Here's the
emergency video. Hi, Joe.
Yeah, fuck this guy talking about it. We'll talk about it. But this is it. It's a helicopter footage, and it's like something that was like over here, I think, right?
Yeah, it was a bunch of kids wilding out.
Yeah.
And that should be the response. A lot of cops.
Yeah.
When kids start throwing a riot, bring a lot of cops and stop them from doing the riot. That's how you did it. That's why, you know, me and my boys didn't riot back in the day because we knew a lot of cops would fucking come.
Yeah.
You know, plus it's all about making money and you don't want the heat.
It was also, I think it was on January 6th too, right?
No idea. Maybe they were just celebrating. Maybe they were just celebrating the year fucking, you know, after the fucking insurrection, which is the dumbest shit I've ever freaking heard in my life. To hear people even still say it. Oh, yeah, it's just so fucking dumb. How are you taking over a place with no weapons? Who in their right mind thinks that just getting into the building means you took over everything?
Now, how about when
the dumbest shit I ever heard? No guns, but they took over.
Now, me and G,
and that's what they were trying to do. They were trying to take. Don't you think they should have bought their guns I'm pretty sure a lot of them have. They're Republicans out there and fucking.
Yeah, but they're not going to bring them to DC because they're not stupid.
But I'm just saying, like, in other words, well, they would if they're going to take over DC.
Right. Exactly.
Right. If they were coming to take over DC, they're not leaving the guns at home. But they show up without the guns and it's an insurrection. What are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I broke into the place. Okay, that's breaking and entry and a couple of other charges you could throw on there. But taking over the fucking country? How? I don't got a gun. Last I heard, our country has a fucking military.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck out of here.
What did you think? So we just went down to DC. We were shooting another video that should be coming out somewhat soon. But I showed you where the window was from that guy that broke in. Remember on January 6th, the guy in the black hoodie that said, you know, don't stop and shit.
Yeah. I think where you lived was creepy. I think where they keep the pages is creepy. That whole thing, small ass 2-story building, women on top, men on the bottom. You're all 14, 15, 16.
Age of consent in DC. No, I don't know.
I would not let my kid stay in that spot. Why you got to stay there? Why couldn't you go home?
Dude, because I live in New Jersey. I'm going to commute to DC.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
And you went to school there as well? What was the school?
Remember where I showed you the Library of Congress where they filmed like National Treasure where all the books are? It was the attic to that building. Remember, you could look right across the street.
So
your
school was, they taught you?
It was the Capitol paid school. It was just for us.
Just for you. It wasn't like no like real like school with a name.
Yeah, the U.S. Capitol paid school.
That's not a name. That's just like
U.S. Capitol
that's just
paid
like
school.
Yeah, but that's more like a grooming thing.
They did groom us. All the teachers were woke. That was like 100% for sure. They didn't like me because I was definitely young
and on heroin.
Well, I wasn't on heroin. Yeah. Where do you think I got the heroin from? Nancy Pelosi gave it to me.
Yeah, her husband.
It was.
You ever meet Nancy Pelosi's husband? Did he ever come by the Page building?
No.
No. Well, do you ever see any congressmen going to visit anybody in there, man? Were they allowed to? Were the congressmen allowed to go in there?
No, bro. If they came over to the dorms, that would be like a big issue. But
that's what the tunnels are for.
Correct. But I will tell you, so the person who was in charge of, so we get people in the dorms, right? Like, and I was telling you, they were like college kids who were like studying masters that were like our dorm people. And then we had the teacher, the principal, and a whole school structure. But then we had a work boss, and our work boss was this lady, Peggy Sampson, right? And she was maybe at that point, like mid to late 40s, early 50s. And she was a Capitol police officer to start, and a black woman from DC. And she did not fuck around. She was the only person that I've ever seen yell at members of Congress and get away with it. She would legitimately yell at these people. But her office, when you're on the House floor and you're seeing all the people speaking, her office was on the side of the floor. She had this big, huge fucking office. It was crazy.
And she's the one who ran that building where you guys lived?
No, she didn't run the building. She was in charge of us when we were at work.
Oh.
So she was the one that was making sure that none of the congressmen would get like fucking creepy at all. You know, but she told us back in the day, you ever seen Charlie Wilson's War, that movie?
No.
It was basically, he started like a war. I think it was in Iran or Iraq or Afghanistan or something like that. But they were doing like coke and shit, like in Congress all day. And she said back in like the 70s and 80s, it was a zoo.
I can only imagine. Must have been fun.
Yeah, dude, it's probably crazy. So John Boehner too, he was Speaker of the House when I was there. During like a little bit before that time, they made it illegal to smoke inside anywhere in DC. Right? No cigarettes, right? Yeah. So he fitted into a law that made it legal for them to be able to smoke in the cloakroom in the back, which is like the teacher's lounge. So you would go in and there'd just be like cigarettes.
Smoke.
Yeah, just cigarette smoke. They're fucking drinking and fucking having a blast, dude.
I'm torn on the smoking thing, like especially with bars. Like it's kind of cool to walk into a bar and it doesn't smell like cigarettes, but it's not like you walk into a bar and it doesn't smell like something. It's a lot of times now it just smells like alcohol and like dirt, sweated alcohol. You know what I'm saying? It has that like kind of like musk, not really musky, but like heavy kind of smell. So there's a smell there anyway that ain't pretty good. I don't know. I guess it's a matter of would you rather smell smoke?
I think they should do it
or pheromone. What's the better smell? Smoke comes out of your clothes a lot quicker than pheromone. That pheromone shit stay with you, like that Seinfeld episode with the BO.
Oh, BBO.
Yeah, man. What do we got? Traveling Runner says facts. You know, a lot of them were retired military and people who own multiple guns at the very least. Exactly. I would just think if that was their plan, if their plan was to take over, I think they would have bought shit to take it over with.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think a flag on a stick is gonna do it.
No, dude. I mean, it was orchestrated, dog.
You know. Well, yeah. I mean, that's
up orchestrated.
Even the fact of the matter was orchestrated. They had FBI people out there. They incited it. It's the biggest case of entrapment, probably, you know, to this day, because that's entrapment. You know what I'm saying? They were telling them to go in. But even besides that, even if you took it at face value, you know, even if you just took it as what they were reporting, like these dudes broke into they broke into the windows, they went into this place, it still wouldn't be an insurrection if there's no fucking weapons. Because once they're all in there, you bring the military, you surround the building, you say you got about fucking 5 minutes to get the fuck out the building. Otherwise, we're coming in there and shooting everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what? Everybody's leaving.
And dude,
there's the end of your insurrection.
And I just got to say, dude, after living down there, right? I was there for George W. Bush's last State of the Union address. Do you know how many fucking police, like snipers, multiple snipers, every single roof? You would see Suburbans driving down the street with the hatch open in the back, and just dudes with fucking, you know, M4s in the back, full, you know, military, complete black suit, can't see their faces. Yeah. And dude, it was like that anytime somebody came in. So the fact that they were like voting on shit, there's about to be what they know, a potentially contentious change of power, or at least that's what they're saying. They would have been prepared for it. So the fact that they weren't prepared for it is evidence enough that it was horseshit.
Well, evidence already came out that they went out of their way not to be prepared for it, that people were calling and saying that we need more this.
And people weren't there, dude. They left.
They were denied more people. I mean, like I said, man, you could look into that rabbit hole. I mean, all the proof is out there that shit was orchestrated, and that, you know, it was definitely entrapment, and it was insane because since then I've seen them go into the buildings a couple of times worse and nothing.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Traveling Leonard says, what's wild is the same thing happened in Brazil, and they locked up grannies and old men.
Yeah, and they did that here too. They locked up some old lady for being in there.
Yeah.
It's fucking insane.
Yeah. That's like, dude, I'm not a protest guy. You'll never catch me at a protest, dude. You know, because like tear gas comes out, I remember rocks, bricks.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll loot. You know, I don't have a problem looting.
I wouldn't even do that. I remember when the Black Lives thing started, and it was like during the lockdown.
You went down to the outlets and got a couple new pairs of kids.
I went to see what was
got
going on.
Some new Air Forces, right?
I went to go see what was going on. I was walking around with everybody,
trying to see if there's any
in the back, walking around with everybody. When everyone got on one knee, like they were all fucking, fucking possessed or some shit. You know, all doing the same shit. I wasn't doing none of that. Because I walk alone.
You don't want to wear a ribbon? Everybody must wear a ribbon.
That's right. I walk alone, even in a group full of 1 million. I walk alone, man. You know, you would have noticed me from the aerial view. You see everybody doing the same. There I am, like this, just walking different. You'd see it. But so
I went on water.
I went there to see that, and and then I left. And apparently, right after I left, that's when the bricks came in. And the bus loads came in, and people came off that weren't there originally and started busting up all the fucking windows in the outlets. It was a good day of shopping for some people.
And dude, a lot of those stores are still closed too. Never reopened.
Yeah. Nobody gives a fuck. That's what they want. That's what they want, man. We're in it. Look, 2024, new year. How long before they try to murder Trump? Anyone?
Yikes, dude! You're saying shit to me, bro.
Anyone out there? How long you think it's gonna be before they make that attempt on his life? Because the indictments ain't gonna do it. The indictments are not gonna stop him.
I know, dude. I was thinking about that the other day. We're about to be in election season.
Biden just
like dude,
started.
it's November 2024, dog. Like this is it. Like
This is it. We're in
primaries,
this
like
is
it's
great.
I
dude.
know,
This
dude.
is
It's
it.
gonna be fantastic.
We might be at the very beginning of a revolution, man. It's crazy.
Dude, don't say that.
I'm not saying I'm gonna start it, but I'm saying it feels like that might happen. All it takes is the attempt. And forget about if they're successful.
I know, dude.
Forget about if they're successful.
I
The
don't
question
I
is, do you
don't-
think they're just gonna have them like go to the sauna and have a heart attack?
Yeah.
No,
dude,
I don't. I think if they do it, they're gonna blow his brains out in front of everybody if they do it. That's what I think. I think they're gonna do it like a statement to everybody else who wants to try to do that shit. Nah, we're not taking you out like a heart attack. I think they're gonna do it like Kennedy. Blah, blah. Yeah, and he's gonna get riddled like this. Boom, 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 boom. And they're gonna say it was one shooter. It was one shooter. Just popping them
Lee
off.
Harvey Oswald.
He's gonna have bullets coming from the back, the front, and the side. And they're gonna be like it was one bullet. That one bullet just kept turning like a woman backing up on her husband for cheating in a car. It just kept coming back, hitting him.
Traveling Runner says they don't want to make him a martyr, and I cannot wait for the debates, Kennedy style.
They're gonna do him Kennedy style. No, actually, that's what they want. I think they know that if they do that, all hell breaks loose after that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. They're smart enough. So they're smart enough to know that if they
And
whack
I
him
think
like
that's
that,
what they want. I think they want all hell to break loose. That's personally what I think they want. I personally think they want all hell to break loose. This way they can come in and stop it.
I disagree, and this is where I'm going to disagree with you.
You can disagree with me.
I know, but I'm going to back up why I disagree with you.
I'd like to hear it.
Okay, I'm going to tell you. Are you ready?
I'm waiting.
Well, I'm getting ready. I'm preparing.
Please do.
All right.
The stage is yours.
Oh, okay. Now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What were you gonna say? No, dude. What I think they want to do is really just break us down into a depression, right? And I don't think.
Well, I'm depressed.
Well, I don't. Now you're just interrupting what I'm trying to get my point off. No, so I don't think they want to make him like this big martyr. They're gonna gun him down because that will really antagonize everybody. What they want to do is slowly drip everyone of their resources, right? And just drag this down as long as they can, and then bam, that's when they make their move.
So you don't think they're going to try to attempt to assassinate him?
I think if they're going to, it's going to be something that looks like it wasn't an assassination. Like he's not going to hang himself, but he's going to die in his sleep, or go to the sauna, or it's going to be funny when it's like Trump dies while jogging. That's definitely bullshit. We know that didn't happen.
Trump dies face down in his hot tub.
Yeah, dude. That's honestly, that's like the
That's
most. It's
where
gonna be
they
his
do
bed.
it.
It's gonna be his bathtub face up with a bottle of sleeping pills.
It's going to be on his toilet like the king.
Traveling Runner says, Trump got the bulletproof suits on, and I bet the hair is bulletproof too with Aquanet hairspray.
Yeah, man. If he's smart, yeah, I would think. You think his suit's bulletproof?
Dog, he's rocking Kevlar.
Oh, for sure.
And all of his shit is.
And he said he's packing.
Oh, that's right, dude.
He said he's packing. He said, I pack. You roll on me, you might just get popped back. Imagine that shit. Imagine you see him up there, he's giving his speech and shit, and someone tries to run up and pop him, and they miss, and he pulls out, and you see the president do pop, 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 just popping at each other. World Star! You see one of the CIA dudes yelling out, World Star! And they're just going at each other. Pop, 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 pop.
He does like a little tuck and roll.
I wonder what he carries. I wonder if it's like a 9 or like a 3.8.
Probably like a German Luger or something like that.
It'd be dope. It was a 3.57.
Yeah, did the mag.
That'd be dope if he had like an 8-inch barrel 3.57. He should carry that shit like under his arm, dude. Like in a straight up, like just carry it there. Like when he unbuttons his jacket, you see the fucking knob of it, man. That would be dope. That would be dope.
I always like the double when like in Bad Boys, like Will Smith always has like the two on the side here.
Yeah, that's bullshit though.
Yeah, but they look so clean, don't they?
Yeah, they look clean. They're gonna look good when you're reaching for them and you get shot the fuck up because it's taking you too fucking long.
Yeah, I also like the old school, like the sheriffs, and then they got the belt with the rounds on it. I always thought that was cool. I wanted to be a cowboy when I was a kid.
Did you? I always wanted to be Tonto.
Nice. Traveling Runner says, "Grip up, don't slip up," and John Wick style.
John Wick style. John Wick, I've been watching. Like I watched all of them. I went down the rabbit hole of them.
I haven't yet, and I keep
And
seeing it. Should I do it?
I mean,
I just don't want to see the dog die, dog.
Yeah,
That's
that's probably the most moving part of the whole series is the fact that he lost his dog. But it's kind of like, I don't know. It's just a lot of shooting and wrestling. Like it's just like up close shooting, you know, shooting people in the face, like right on them. It's a lot of that.
Yeah.
A lot of rolls, a lot of sweeps.
Yeah.
But
I
every movie's basically the same.
I love Keanu though.
Do
I think
you?
he's great. Yeah. Have you ever seen like videos of him that he posts like
As a
talking to-
person?
Correct. Yeah.
I heard he's a good person.
Yeah.
That's what I heard. But who is good? Only God in heaven is good. But but I'm not like a fan of his acting, although he's been in good movies that I've watched.
Yeah. Matrix and The Replacements are my two favorite Keanu
He
movies.
was good in Replacements. I don't really know anymore other than that, but I
The
know
Matrix, John Wick.
Yeah, John Wick. I mean, like I said, I watch his movies. I don't really think he's
Mhm.
like a deep actor. It's kind of like, I don't know, but I don't hate on him.
He played Malcolm X in X.
He was really good in that movie.
I know, right, dude?
Yeah.
Traveling Runner says Trump got that Joker gun from the first Batman.
Oh, that long gun that he had. That would be dope. That would be dope, man. Point Break. What's that? Point Break?
I think it's another movie.
Another movie.
Yeah.
Oh, he was in that movie. Keanu was in Point Break.
Uh,
I mean, he's been in some good movies, but I just don't think, you know.
Here you go. There's the gun.
You got to make a meme of that with Trump's face on it.
That'd be great, dude.
Trump's like, they're not getting me like they got everybody else. But I mean, I think they're going to do it. I think they'll do it. I personally think if they do it, it's going to be as an example. I don't think they're going to try to be sneaky
Dude,
about
where I
it.
disagree with that is I feel like everyone would be up in arms. You know, the people who have the guns.
And you already know what I want. I said that that's what they want.
Now, what do you think the military is going to do? I think it'll faction. I think it'll split up.
It'll split. I think all the new trans and weak ones will go with the military, and all the real men who really don't want to be there now anyway, but they really want to defend their country are gonna go, you know, with the people.
Yeah, and then I mean they'll break off, like
I think that's why they're letting like a lot of those people in there now, because I think they need more liberals in the military. Because I would think that the military is predominantly Republican dudes in there, you know, conservative dudes. I mean, you got to kind of be kind of conservative, you know, to want to fight for your country. That's kind
and work for the government.
That's kind of a conservative thought. Like, I'm going to go protect the country and fight
Right.
for America, because nowadays that's not like a very, you know, it's not a thought that a lot of people have.
Not conservatives either.
Yeah, not conservatives. Well,
Not anymore.
now, not anymore. Why? You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Why
it's
would I
'cause of
go
the-
in there?
yeah.
Because you know, you don't give a fuck about winning a war. You give a fuck about how the pageantry is. You know what
And
I'm
how
saying?
long you can extend it for.
Yeah, and how long you can extend it for, and whether or not you should have ruffles on the fucking collars. You know, that's what they're more concerned about. Whether or not someone's feelings are hurt. I never heard of a military caring if someone's feelings were hurt. Could you imagine seeing Full Metal Jacket today? You know what I'm saying? With the way they treat those dudes when they...
Kyle would not have blown his head off if that was the case.
Yeah, man, right? Like I can only imagine what boot camp is like now. Are they still allowed to yell in their faces?
Oh yeah, dog. They're definitely doing
Are
that.
they?
I mean, I would. Yeah, they're doing that.
Do you really think so? You think if that dude has a purple hair, first of all, can they even have purple hair? Because they got to shave their heads back in the day.
Well,
But nowadays, they're probably allowed to keep the purple hair. Nowadays,
dye
they're
it
probably
purple.
they're probably allowed to have, like, you know, as long as the sides are shaved, you could have a little something going on in the front, little emo shit type. And that's probably all right, you know. But who the fuck would want to join the military now? I wouldn't. I wouldn't even want to be a cop now.
Oh,
Like,
dude,
all the perks of all that shit is done. There's no perks to it.
Dunzo.
There's nothing. There's no upside to it. Even if all you really want to do is go out there and clean up your streets, There's no upside to that because you bring the person in, you arrest them, you bring them in, they let them go through all those Soros fucking DAs.
Soros, like George Soros?
Yeah.
He funds all the DAs.
He's funded a bunch of DAs, dude, and all those liberal. Why do you think they're letting all the criminals go, man?
Well, and then the other thing he's
I will
doing
say
is,
this, man,
giving
if you-
cash to get
if
people over
you've-
the border.
If in your mind you've ever been like, I want to be a criminal for a day, now's the time to do it. You get busted now. Now's your chance to get like the best deal you're ever going to get. You might not get completely off, but you will get a sweet deal. And it really depends on who you commit the crime against.
Well, I do need some new video equipment.
You know, like I'm pretty sure if you commit the crime against any Republican political figure, you're not going to get that much time.
Traveling Runner says, I'm a private, but I identify as a corporal.
What's the difference?
Corporal has a higher rank.
Yeah, but like, what's the highest? Sergeant? No.
General.
General.
Mhm.
General.
Yeah, and then there's like 1 star,
Man,
2
do you
star,
know-
3
do you
star.
know 3 star, 4 star. They have a 4 star, 5 star generals. Do
I
they have
think
5 star generals.
Only in times of war.
5 star generals.
Yeah.
You know how much shit you have to do to make it to that level? 5 star general. What did you do to get here?
You think it's cock also?
Nah, I think that's more like kills and shit like that, and like just willing to go out there and do whatever you gotta do and ask.
It's
no
probably a lot
questions.
to do with following orders and just being a good
willing.
good soldier.
He's proven that he will follow orders and not ask questions.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I guess it helps if you know how to strategically kill people. That might help a little bit. I don't know.
I just know how to strategically clean it up. That's what I'm good at.
Clean what up?
You know, after.
I'm lost here. Somewhere I got lost. I don't even remember what we were talking about, but I feel like you took a gay turn somewhere.
No, it wasn't a gay turn. I was talking about crime scene cleanup. You said they must have been good at killing people, and I said I'm only good after cleaning it up.
Cleaning it up.
Yeah.
Well, imagine that's your job. Cleaning up crime scenes.
Well, apparently they're hiring in Atlantic City.
They probably are, dude.
Mm-hmm.
But imagine that's your job. Imagine you have to go and clean up like a shitty hotel where like 2 hookers,
like the Red Roof,
two
right?
hookers were mutilated, and they fought hard. So even the dude that killed them had like mad shit fucked up on him, where there's just blood everywhere, pieces of flesh and all kinds of shit. Now you got to come in your white suit with the little mask and clean all that shit up. Fragments and shit like that glistening from the sunlight in the dark room. As you sit there, you can smell it. It's just rotten something, smelling like rotten food or some shit. Now you got to go in there and clean that up.
What's it pay?
Probably minimum. It's not like it takes a major skill, but I think they would give you some sort of extra pay, right? For like,
especially if it was a Sunday.
The mental shit. Look it up. How much does that pay? What are those people called? Like my boy just retired, man. Big up to you, man. He used to be the person who picks up the bodies and chucks them in the back, and he finally retired. So good for him.
It's called the crime scene cleaners.
And what does it pay?
In New York City, about
$18 an hour. Is that what it says? $18 an hour.
About $36,000 a year. Which, honestly, if you were cleaning houses, you can make more than that. I'll pay you $25 to clean this house.
Yeah, I think there's an app that you can make more money off of that shit, man. $18 an hour. Fuck your mental health. That's for sure. They don't give a fuck about your mental health.
Dude, there is a job posting on ZipRecruiter. Hold on. That it's called the crime scene cleaning technician.
Of course, you got to put technician.
Yeah,
behind
but
it.
it's from Aftermath Services. That's the name of the corporation. Aftermath Services.
They only clean up Dr. Dre fucking crime scenes. They only clean up Dr. Dre crime scenes. Aftermath.
Yeah. Crime scene cleanup in New York.
Wow.
Yeah, who we say? Oh, unattended death, homicide, suicide, crime scene cleanup.
Go to homicide. I want to know how much they pay for you to go and have to clean up somebody's tissue.
Should we call him? Should we call him? Should we call him and say somebody has passed and we want to know how much it is?
Let's swat your neighbors.
We'll just go stand in their backyard, and then they'll be like, "Hey, listen. So, yeah, we've actually had a body."
But what $18 an hour, dude? That's horrible to like, because you're gonna be going into places that are. I mean, I'm sure the body won't be there no more. Because they probably bring you in after they already took the pictures, investigated everything.
Yeah, and the EMT would take the body usually.
Yeah, so you're just showing up to the after. You're just gonna see the chalk, and then just all the
carnage,
mayhem. Oh man, imagine having to clean up like a mass shooting in an orgy. You show up and it's like just cum and blood everywhere. Now you gotta clean that shit up. You just come in with like a fucking
just torch it. Just absolutely torch everything.
That makes me think about like those hotels, man. They come in, they clean it up, put new sheets on the bed, and right back to work.
Yeah, hotels skeeve me out a little bit.
Especially like
bad ones.
Bad ones, man. You know, I've been to some hotels where I literally won't get into the bed until I lift it up. I look to see if there's bed bugs or any dead whores in the fucking box spring. I forgot what movie it was.
We gotta get you at some better hotels, dog.
There were a couple of movies where you see that, right? Wasn't that in like 4 Rooms? That movie 4 Rooms, and they have a fucking.
I don't watch those kind of movies, dude. I don't watch horror movies at all.
4 Rooms wasn't a horror movie.
If there's dead prostitutes underneath the bed,
it's a comedy. It was. You never saw that 4 Rooms? It's got a Madonna, your boy Quentin Tarantino's in there.
Huh. Is it a Tarantino movie or?
I think it's a Tarantino. It might be. I'm not sure. It's called 4 Rooms. The ending of it is so great. Quentin Tarantino, he bets. I think is it Bruce Willis? Bruce Willis is in it too.
Allison Anders was the director. Tim Roth was in it.
Yeah, Tim Roth, the main actor.
Yeah, Antonio Banderas. Sammy Davis, the white woman. Not to be confused with the jazz musician. Yeah, Madonna. Yeah, Lily Taylor.
It's a great movie, and there's one scene at the end where the dude bets him that he can light his lighter 10 times in a row.
Okay.
Right. And Quentin's like, well, then what do I got? I got everything. He wants my car. If he does it, he gets my car. Mm-hmm. What do I get if he doesn't do it? I don't need money. So I told him I want his finger. So they get that dude, what's his name? The main dude that you just said, Tim Roth.
Yeah, Roth.
He's a bellhop.
Mm-hmm.
So they bring him up to the room and they say, I'm his friend. I can't cut his finger off. He goes, so we want you, if it doesn't work, to be the one to cut his finger off. Because if he does it 10 times, he's getting my car. But if he doesn't, I can't chop off his finger. That's my friend.
This is 4 Rooms?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I have zero interest in
because in each room, something different happens. He goes into 4 different rooms, and each room is like its own.
The bellhop does?
Yeah. This is hysterical, though, because he says, I can't cut his finger. That's my boy. So that's where you come in. And he goes, I'm not going to do it. And then he says, I'll give you $1,000. And he says, don't worry. Look, we have a bucket with ice, and we have a nurse. My boy's friend is a nurse. We have her on standby at the hospital. So if we do cut his finger, we're going to throw it in the thing, and we're going to wrap up his hand and take him to get it put back on. So don't worry about it. And he goes, all right, I'll do it. So they give him $1,000, right? They got his finger out like this. God. The dude got his finger out like this, right? Oh. And Tim Roth is literally like this. He's just standing over him like this, just like this. And they're like, you ready? And they go, yeah, we're ready. And they show the thing. First time, does it go off? Boof! Chops his finger in a heartbeat. Chops his finger, grabs the 1,000, putting the money in his pocket, and walks to the elevator. And they're all bugging out. He was like, my finger. They're like, put it in the thing. I just dropped it. And they're all bugging out. This motherfucker's walking, putting the money in his pocket, goes into the elevator and takes it down.
Goes back to work.
He takes it down. Meanwhile, he knows these motherfuckers need the elevator to get this dude to the hospital. And then they're like, where's the elevator to push it for the elevator? Fucking
so hysterical. It is a comedy.
It's a comedy.
Kind of.
It's a comedy, man. Antonio Banderas in it.
Are you not a fan? I feel like he's on the list.
I'm not a fan, but I have seen him in roles that I liked him in.
Like Zorro.
No.
You didn't like
no
Zorro?
Didn't like Zorro. Wasn't that the Gay Blade? Was that the Gay Blade one? I didn't like
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
Didn't like
yeah,
it.
the
Didn't
good
like
word.
him in the one with the guitar, where he's shooting everybody with the guitar, mariachi or whatever that shit was called.
Huh.
There's a couple of movies where I liked him, but he wasn't the main actor in any of those. He just like in that movie, he was good, you know. But it's such a funny movie. Dude chopped his finger off in a heartbeat. I would have did that.
Chop somebody's finger off.
I mean, for the money, yeah. If you want to be dumb enough to
$1,000.
make the bet, but he did it so quick. Like it was like he didn't see. Probably doesn't even remember it because it was like poof, and he walked out. The minute it didn't go off, he chopped his fucking finger. Didn't even think about it.
Yeah, see, I wouldn't watch some shit like that. Yeah, even like the title, 4 Rooms. I'm not like, you know, that's like Last House on the Left. Like I'm not any kind of those descripting titles. I know it's not.
So you never watched The Woman in the Window? What's that? Woman in the window looking at her neighbors through their window. It's like that's the title. The title is like the same. It's like exactly what she was doing. Like the title's like drinking wine by the window, watching my neighbors and being, you know what I'm saying? It's stupid as fuck. That movie sucked too.
I did like Rear Window, which was a Hitchcock movie. Have you seen that?
No.
Classic, dude. Absolute classic. You want to watch some good old fashioned storytelling?
I would.
Hitchcock.
Never really was a Hitchcock fan. Not saying that he didn't write good shit. Not saying that he doesn't deserve whatever props they give him. I just personally wasn't really a fan. You know, wasn't a fan of Twilight Zone either. Sorry. Or Star Trek. Now what? Now what? Come at me, dog.
And Star Wars too. You get a lot of hate online for your anti-Star Wars sentiment. You want some more water?
I'm good right now. What did Traveling Runner just say? He said,
he says,
if they offer group discounts for the cleanups.
For the cleanups, yeah.
But I mean, the truth is, how much more discounted can you get? The dude's making $18 an hour.
Yeah, but that's what they're paying the guy. That's not what they're charging you. They're probably charging you $100 an hour and paying.
That's fucked up, yo.
No, it's capitalism, dog. What kind of world do you think you live in? What, we just pay everyone the same?
$18?
Let's just pay everyone the same.
I'm
regardless.
sorry. I think cleaning up dead people shit should be, you should get paid more for that. I mean,
what's $19.50? That's as high as I'm willing
I think
to
it should be at least $25 an hour.
No, but dude, it goes for the requirements and input. You're just
I
cleaning.
think it should be per room. Like you look at what you got to clean.
How bad of a mess it is.
Yeah.
So like a shotgun.
Like a massacre. You're only getting $18 an hour for a massacre. And you're like, yeah, but I could stretch it out for like a week. I don't mind a good massacre. Because then I could stretch that out for a week. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know,
kind of milk the job a little.
I can milk the job. I can make my money every day.
Right.
You know, so I guess you would prefer more bodies. You know, you get one of those just fell asleep in the bed. You clean that up in one day. And you're like, I didn't really make much money on that, dude.
So you really want like the stabbings, like multiple stabbings.
Stab
like
wounds,
family of 4.
Headshots. You know, a lot of matter.
Right. Yeah. The matter.
Anything that leaves a lot.
Yeah, because see the matter.
Sex crimes.
Just for the fun of it, or what do you
mean?
mean?
No, a lot of matter. You got the blood, you got the DNA, the fluids.
Fluid's a gross word.
Who's the dude who finds the fucking semen behind like a fucking, you know, we found semen behind a fucking desk. Like, who's that dude?
His name is Michael.
I'm just saying, you know how clean his room must have been?
Yo, Own Please in the house.
Own Please, what's up, baby? How you feeling, man? Good to see you. Love Brian's Conspiracy on the Street video.
Oh, thank you. We have another one coming out.
You're going to love the next one, man. I went out there with him. We went to D.C., Washington, D.C. And I got to be honest, man. They got that. We were looking at all the buildings. And they were like gorgeous. Fucking statues in the walls. Completely like detailed. Looking gorgeous, fucking pillars and all these shits. And then across the street, you see all the new buildings, square, no window, bullshit, ugly ass fucking buildings. And then
it's interesting, dude, isn't it? It's really interesting because all you have to do is open your eyes and just throw what you've been taught out the window and just look. I'm
sending this to you, bro.
It's crazy.
I'll send it to you on Instagram. It's just a picture of the Martin Luther King statue, which I found to be so horrible. I don't know what it was, but it just looked, first of all, it looked like it was a fake statue. It looked like it was hollow on the inside.
Yep.
I didn't try to tip it or anything like that. I didn't touch it. But just from the distance of looking at it,
There you go.
it's just, I don't know. When you compare that to all the other statues that were around, you know, every other statue we looked at, the old statues. And then you look at this one right here. Go back to that again.
There you go. Hold on. There you go.
I mean, I don't know what it is about that.
No, dude, it
looked horrible. And it was just like this big hunk. Like they didn't even have the decency to cut off his back and make a back. They just
Right, dude.
left
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
rock
Look,
there.
yeah, and it's the thing of like these markings. I don't know if you can see the mouse, but like these markings up here,
Yeah.
and these markings up here, like you can tell it's not like it wasn't hand done. To me, what it looked like is they built the frame, they casted it, and then just dropped some cement in it, and it was
Yeah.
like a mold.
That's what it looks
yeah,
like.
it looks,
It looks like a mold.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
It looks like a fucking mold.
Yeah. Let me try to see
And
if
you
I can
compare that to all the other fucking statues that were around.
Yeah.
Like compare that to the Abraham Lincoln one with him sitting in the chair and all
Mhm.
the detail in that shit. I just thought it was horrible, man.
And dude, so
They can't give him a
and
decent
bro,
statue. What's the other one? They made him another statue where it looks like, you know, just someone eating butt.
And dude, the other thing to consider is too, all the other stuff, the white stone, it's granite. Granite.
Yeah.
It's the hardest fucking one of the hardest stones on the planet. People have granite countertops and they take a glass and they put it down, it can fucking shatter. Right? That was not granite what
No.
Martin Luther King was made out of. It was
No.
like plaster, dude.
Yeah.
It was fucking plaster.
It just looks
But like you
so
look,
weird.
you know, the detail in the
That's what I'm saying. It's
in the
not
Lincoln
about it.
Memorial.
Like when you look at that, there's just so much detail, and they have the decency to give him a chair and make
yeah.
like they didn't even do his back. Like there's no back to him. It's just a bunch of rocks, like he's busted. It's just it was
Mhm.
just horrible. Even where they had it, it's just in the middle of like goose shit.
I know it's on like a bad end of the mall. Let me see if I can try to blow these up a little bit.
No love, man.
But this was the Shakespeare Library. Like, look, I mean, just even
that shit has more detail. Those fucking
yeah, dude.
engraving
Yeah.
things have more detail.
And
than
that was the
shit
thing
did.
we saw. Yeah, like look at these.
Yeah, man, that's crazy.
Like there's emotion in this too.
It just looks
And
different.
it's bizarre. Why is the tragedy of white Georgia marbles an excellent medium for carving and sculpting? I wonder where that was at. Yeah, dude, the National Cathedral.
Yeah,
Like, come on, bro.
yeah. Tartaria.
But see, this is
big
new.
over there.
This is new. This
That's
Kennedy
what I'm
building.
saying. Look at that building.
Yeah, look at
Garbage.
look at the difference, dog.
Look at that building. Look at that building. And look at those. Look at those. Look at those. Instead of go back up again. Instead of the middle one right there. Instead of columns, what do they got? Like these little beams,
Yeah,
little stick beams.
yeah.
No columns, just little
Yeah,
stick.
and these are all flat stones that don't like. I mean, they coalesce, but they don't really look
No,
good.
there's
And look at this,
nothing to
dude.
it.
This is a train
And you look
station.
at that, and you look at that, and look at all the detail just in the arches and shit like that. Yeah, well, there's no doubt Tartarians made better buildings.
Dude, it was somebody. You know, it was somebody. I don't know who it was.
It was
but-
the Tartars, son. I got your back on that, man.
Thank you.
It was the Tartars, man.
It means a lot to me, man. No one believes me about it.
Traveling Runner says, word, that video was hilarious. And the silver NASA suit and bucket hat was dope. Yeah, no, it was a good
And,
video.
and we have more people. We have more. So the DC interview is going to be one, but the next one we do Times Square is going to be great.
Yeah, that was dope. Are we gonna edit up the footage on the drive up to DC?
Oh,
Are we gonna share any of our
Oh, dude, yeah.
madness on the way
I'm
up
just going to cut out some stuff that we definitely do
Yeah,
not want.
yeah,
in there.
yeah. Everything's not for everybody. Yeah, he don't need a back. Look, it looks good enough. All right, we got like half of them coming out of the front. Do we really need to get rid of the back of that shit? It's horrible.
Yeah, dude, it's
horrible.
and it's
If someone had made a statue of me like that, I would hope a liberal comes and tears it down.
well, they will, dude. If there's a statue bust, I mean, dude, if there's a plaque in some bar in Astoria, the liberals are gonna find that and tear that shit
And
down.
tear it down.
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Liberals like me. I get along with liberals.
No,
I had a
they
very
don't.
interesting conversation with a bunch of like older people the other day Not gonna put no one on blast or whatever, but there was a
Can you-
chick.
age range? Age
Uh,
range? I'll take the age
age
range.
range was, I guess, upper 70s
Oh, okay.
was one of them.
Nice.
And then there was this chick with her kid.
Mm-hmm.
She probably had to be in her 40s. And the older lady asked the child, "Do you know how to read?" And the kid had to be about 7, I would say.
Really?
6, 7, 7, 8, between 6 and 8, around there. I'm terrible, but a big kid,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And the older woman said to the kid, "Do you know how to read?" And the kid's answers, she said, "No, they don't teach us how to read anymore in school." And I went, so a little while goes by and I hear that lady talking now to the girl's mother. And she's saying, "Oh, they don't even teach spelling anymore in her school." And she's like, "What?" She goes, "Yeah, I asked her if she could read. And she said no." And then the mother goes, "Oh, yeah, they don't teach reading anymore in school." And the older lady goes, "You have to teach her."
Obviously.
She's like, "You have to teach her if they're not teaching her in school."
Yeah, you're a fucking mother.
Yeah, and that parent seemed very content in letting their child just be an ignoramus fool.
Well, I'm sure.
Seemed very
I'm
content.
sure
in it.
that's what the parent is also.
Don't know him well, but I'm
Yeah.
just saying, apples don't fall too far from the tree. But to sit there and say they don't teach spelling anymore and they don't teach reading, and you're fine with that. Well, if they don't think it's important, then I guess it's not important.
Do you
And forget about script or cursive.
Oh yeah, that's been on the way out.
They don't teach that at all.
Mhm. I still got taught that in the 90s, but it was in the 2000s they stopped.
Fucking insane. We're raising idiots.
Mhm.
We're raising idiots. No kid left behind. Some kids need to be left behind.
Mm-hmm. They'll catch up though.
No, they might never. Some of them might never. Some of them might never. Some of them might be left behind and stuck in a stairwell to the day they take their last fucking breath. But guess what? That's where they belong.
But they can make $18 an hour cleaning up crime scenes in New York City.
There's no reason for you to be homeless and without a job, people. All right? And we know right now that business is booming, especially in New York City, man. There's a lot of places that need to get cleaned out there for sure. People are getting killed every freaking day out there.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck out of here, man.
Yeah, dude. I learned how to read. My mom,
I couldn't believe it.
My mom taught me how to read. I was reading on like a 2nd or 3rd grade level when I started school.
Yeah.
When I started, she did this thing where she had a box, like a cardboard box, and she wrote a bunch of like very easy words in it, and she would make me pick them out and then complete sentences together and start saying.
If you got it wrong, she smack you in the face and say, "Try again."
Well, we had the wooden spoon, but yeah.
Okay. There you go. That's incentive right there, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's incentive.
But I mean, I knew, I was smart. Was smart. I was thinking about that the other day.
Listen,
how much smarter
I
would I
not-
be if I didn't do heroin?
Listen, I am not that smart. The internet knows. They're real quick to tell me in every comment how not smart I am. I'm not that smart, but guess what? I know how to fucking read and write. Those are basics, yo.
Mm-hmm. Gary has great penmanship.
No, I don't actually, man. All my shit looks like graffiti. But I'm just saying, like, I know how to read and write. How can you pass anything if you can't read or write? They're just not teaching it no more. Are you fucking insane?
I don't want to have to homeschool my kid, but I think I'm going to have to.
That's the way to go. It's even at the point that, if I hear a person went to college, I'm like, oh, God.
Yeah, right, dude?
Oh, brother. Are you one of those collegey fucking idiots? That's how I feel now, because college ain't what it used to be.
It's not.
Was it? Or better yet, it's not what I think it used to be.
Right.
Because I wouldn't know. I didn't go.
Mm-hmm. But then there's the thing of
but
like,
now I know.
People will say, well, if you're a doctor or a lawyer or something like that, you need to go to school. But the thing is, I don't even trust those motherfuckers. Both of those. Two of the biggest professions of people I don't trust.
Yeah.
Doctors.
And
well,
lawyers.
really, dentist is number one. Dentist is
I
number
love
one.
my dentist.
Yeah. Well,
He's good.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not really that good, but for the price, he's great.
Yeah. Well,
I love my dentist. He's good.
Okay. Well, I mean, sure. I like your dentist because you like him.
Yeah.
But as a whole, I'm anti-dentite for sure.
Anti-dentite.
Yeah. 100%
If they tried to pull your
anti-dentite.
teeth out.
Dude, all the time. Dude,
Yeah.
the dude, they tried when I was in San Francisco. I went for a teeth cleaning, right? And they said, well, we need to schedule, another deeper cleaning to get your teeth all the way cleaned. I'm like, well, what are you doing now? It's like,
Right
well,
now, we're just putting in the tip.
Wait, they're like, well, yeah, well, we're just
wanna
cleaning
go
your teeth,
deeper.
but we want to go deeper. I'm like, well, I'm here, do it. And like, no, well, you need to come back, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, yeah, sure, schedule the appointment.
And never went back.
Yeah, never went back. I did cancel the appointment though.
Yeah, I did the same with my fucking camera in the butt. Scheduled the appointment, never went. Because they wanted,
But you still got the camera.
but I still kept the camera.
Can we play that footage if that ever happens? Can we play it on air? Does it look? I don't want to see the part where it's entering the butthole, but I want to see immediely after. Look, once it's made the entrance, because it's not. If we're in there already, it's
you
not.
just want to
it's
be
not gay.
in the stomach.
I just want to see what it looks like and see what they find in there too.
What do you think they're gonna find there? Gold?
I have no idea, dude. There's definitely going to be something
There's
decomposing in
nothing
there.
deep in me, man. Go fuck yourself, dog.
A sheepskin condom from 1986.
That's disgusting. And go fuck yourself, man. You're lucky that was funny. You're lucky that one was funny, dog. I'll say that was funny. She's getting condom. That was funny. Every now and then you got some good ones, dude.
Yeah,
Not often, but every now and then.
And that's a wrap. Thanks for joining us today. Got to go out on a high note, Jerry.
See, what to say? Traveling Runner says, seems like you've been eating a lot of corn, Gary. Oh, I would definitely do that. I'd make sure I leave stuff that doesn't get digested in there just for the journey.
Dude, that's really funny, bro. Just to troll the guy who's got to look in there.
Just to troll the guy who got to look in there. You want to go looking around? I'm going to give you something to find. What's this bump jar doing here? All right, guys. Enough picking on me today. Nah, I don't care, man. I can't get bullied. You gotta care. I don't fucking care. Yeah, man. It's gonna be interesting though. So we got the thing on what's going on with Biden. Is Biden gonna be the candidate? Because I know some people already said they're not going to do a primary. He's in with no vote, no nothing, and there's a lot of people upset about that in certain states. They banned Trump from
the primary in Maine.
From the primary in Maine, and then I'm watching Michael Knowles, and Michael Knowles is like, so you know what we got to do? He goes, we got to ban Biden from one of the blue states. Get him off the thing. They want to pull it. We got to do it right back to them.
I mean, at least
I agree.
Well, at least the good thing with Maine, he wasn't going to win Maine.
He wasn't going to win Maine anyway.
Yeah. So I mean, whatever. But still, it's fucking nuts, bro.
It's fucking nuts.
It's insane, dude.
But I mean, that's what you got to do. You got to fight it the way they're fighting it.
He's like Gotti, bro. Nothing sticks, dog. Nothing sticks.
Not for nothing. With
nothing sticks.
With
nothing.
all the accusations that they brought on him,
Russia collusion,
and they've all been proven to be wrong.
Fabricated.
Yeah, not wrong. Fabricated. He might be the most honest president that we've ever had.
And he's a scumbag too.
Yeah, and he doesn't hide the fact that he'll fucking dish you in a heartbeat and be a scumbag.
And dude, take complete advantage of the tax system. Like he doesn't give a fuck. Bro.
Well, I mean, they're there.
I know.
Take advantage of it.
Correct. Yeah.
That's not his fault. Like he said, I took advantage of it, like all your friends took advantage of it, and they won't change it because they continue to take advantage of it. Don't get mad that I'm taking advantage of it.
Yeah, it's saying that, I'm reading a bunch of articles and it's saying that the Democrats don't have any plan B. They got nothing, dude. They got nothing. And it's honestly what this one
so
article
they got no
is,
plan B for Biden.
Yeah, dude, and it's too late, bro. Like you're gonna start a campaign now?
Well, I thought that dude from California they were looking at.
Oh, Gavin Newsom?
Yeah.
Bro, there's no way he would get destroyed, bro. Destroyed.
Oh my lord.
That shit he said about San Francisco when he was like, well, if your neighbors or if you have people coming over, you clean your house, right?
Yeah. Oh, you haven't even been back there since that, man. I wonder when you go back what it's gonna look like. You think it's
Dirty.
gonna be clean, or you think it went back to dirty?
No, dude, it's gonna be a fucking shit show like it always is.
Wow.
Yeah, dude.
Traveling Runner says, I'm gonna write in Hunter for president. Yeah, man. Why not? We live in a day and age where absolutely anyone could be president.
He would be fun to party with, though.
I don't think so.
No,
No, I don't think so. He don't look like a fun party guy. He looks like the kind of guy who you're gonna party with, and then you're gonna be like the whole time telling him to relax, chill out, dog. Stop touching those kids like that. Leave that chick alone. And all that stuff. Hey, Mom, I'll call you back in a little while. I'm at work.
Oh, yeah, work already?
Yeah, I'll call you back.
Okay, how long, more or less?
I don't know, about
an hour, half hour.
about I don't know, half hour.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's
You don't think it'd be fun?
I don't think he's a fun one. I think Clinton, before I knew,
Back when he was just smoking weed and getting
back when he was
blowjobs?
smoking weed, playing the sax, and getting blowjobs under his desk, seemed like a good time. But I think eventually they'll try to be like, yo, let's go over Jeffrey's house. And I'll be like, nah, dude. I think Bush is probably fun.
Yeah,
The last Bush.
Dude, Bush is probably a riot.
To
dude.
just sit and
Especially if
drink beers with.
Yeah, especially if he burns, dude. If he's smoking weed, bro, he'd probably be a fucking hoot.
He looks like he'd be fun to hang out
Yeah, he'd be
with.
like, you guys want to shoot some fucking razorback pigs out here in the
You wanna go
Texas?
just shoot some wild boar.
Yeah, dude, let's get the chopper out now. He takes Marine Force One out there.
That'd be
know?
dope.
Mhm.
When you stop being president, do you get a helicopter?
You could definitely afford one if you don't have one already.
Well, you don't make that much money being president, do you?
Not
Oh,
for
it's,
being
it's
not from-
afterwards, the talking endorsements and stuff like that, where you go to speak. That's where you make your money afterwards.
Well, also during what legislation you get passed for businesses that give you kickbacks.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
really where
yeah,
that's where the
that's true.
moneymaker is. It's
That's
the
true.
kickbacks, the sales. Everything in life is sales.
Mm. What kills me too is you see all that shit in the movies, like any movie dealing with like political people in any way, they show you 100% how they're just like, well, if you want this, you're gonna have to look out for this guy. He's gonna want this. Are you willing to buy that for him? I'll get that for him. And it's just deals, just deals being made.
And that's why Trump says he's the best. No one can make a deal like him.
I don't even understand how it's possible that he would lose, and he might.
Mhm.
He might lose again. I mean, they got a lot of bodies coming through those borders that they can put names to and votes to,
Mhm.
and who they can threaten with if you don't vote for the right person.
Dude,
we're
I
gonna get
think-
rid of you.
I really think if he doesn't win, or if he's on the ballot and some shit happens, then that will be the real insurrection for sure. If he makes it and that happens again, then it's really gonna be haywire. I don't want that day to come while I'm around.
I mean, I don't know if he loses, if that means that there's going to be craziness, because
Dude, if it happens again, though, dude, it's not like it would be the first time happening. If there was something like this that just happened,
I mean, they say they did it with Bush.
not. What do you mean, in Gore?
No, the last President Bush,
Yeah.
right before September 11th, he was the most unpopular president ever because they said he
Oh, yeah.
stole Florida and that he stole the
Right,
election.
yeah, Gore in 2000.
Yeah. They're saying he stole the election. So nobody was liking him. Nobody thought he honestly won. And there were no real riots and nothing like that. And then even like the last time with this one, everybody knows that shit was rigged. Everybody knows that, they had those mail-in ballots that,
and there wasn't a real riot,
and there was really, no real anything.
except breaking into a federal building.
January 6th. But even that was more when you look inside what was
Do you
going
think
on.
he'll make it a federal holiday if he becomes president again?
That'd be great. That's probably one holiday I would celebrate.
Freedom Day. Yeah.
I think if Biden becomes president again, we'll start having purges. I think Biden will try to put the purge into effect.
That's
what I think.
I was reading some news articles the other day, and by news articles I mean the comment section of a video on YouTube. and they were talking about how there's some documentary on Netflix that's about twins or something like that. It's supposed to be like a scientific look at like twins, like a documentary.
Yeah.
But the whole time they're just pushing a vegan diet on people. And you remember during COVID when there were all those articles about like bug proteins and stuff that they were just starting to like tease out, saying that like, oh, you know, crickets, you know, everyone in India.
Oh, they're
eats
trying to
crickets.
get everybody to eat bugs.
Yeah.
Just because it's gross. That's what it
Well,
is.
it's cheap. That's what it is.
It's gross.
Yeah, but
And they want to do
cheap
it.
protein.
They want to do it just to make people eat bugs because it's disgusting, and they want to just do it like we're gonna get these motherfuckers to eat. Watch, I bet you I can get motherfuckers to eat bugs. Probably bet $1. They probably bet $1. I bet you I can get motherfuckers to eat bugs. And he's like, you're not gonna get. I'll bet you $1 we can get them.
Dude,
to
they
eat
sell
bugs.
chocolate covered crickets.
Give me
in
2
places.
give me 2 years, and I'll get motherfuckers to eat bugs on a regular instead of steak. Instead of fucking steak, I'm gonna get them eating bugs. I mean, all that shit is training. Even the stuff where you get your meal sent to your house and then you put it in that thing for you don't even have to prep it. You open it up, put it in there, it gives you the amount of you scan it, and it gives the amount. You don't have to touch nothing. Cooks your whole meal.
Yeah, that
That's gonna be everything. People aren't gonna have shit in the refrigerators no more. They're already starting to with they said you know, like the drill. You take a drill. How many times does a person who owns a drill actually use a drill? And they go, really, hardly ever. You know, maybe when you first move in and shit like that. Yeah. But after that, no. They go, so why own a drill? When you can call Amazon, say you need a drill, you go up to the roof of your house and it drops off with a fucking a drone drops off your drill. You use it and give it back.
Yep.
You will own nothing and be happy.
And I think the start of this is, I mean, you could even look back into the 60s and the 70s when shit was fucking made well. When you had a kid's toy, like my father's toys, we still have. And my nephew plays with them. But like, you know, shit that I had, you know, it was made out of wood or metal or something like, you know, that would
something that you can use as a weapon.
It was something
and
that,
sometimes kids did, man. You ever whack your fucking, you know, like another kid in the head with like a NASCAR, one of those old NASCAR,
like the die-cast metal cars?
Yeah, or like a Tonka truck. You ever fucking pick up a Tonka truck and just bash it on
made out
some
of
kid's
all
head?
metal.
Yeah, I did that once.
Did it,
to this kid Alex
did
who
it
lived
have
down
lead
the
chips
hall.
in the paint?
It was painted silver, and it was originally yellow.
Yeah, it was yellow.
And what's fucked up is I got rid of it. See, this is what's fucked up. I got rid of it, and you know, my mother would make us go through our toys and get rid of a bunch so that we had room for all the new stuff. So that one didn't make the cut. I wanted to keep it, but the dump truck didn't make the cut. Had to put it in the back of the building in the garbage. And then this kid Alex and his brother went and took it. And I was like, that's not yours, that's mine. They're like, you threw it out. Yeah, but to get thrown out, I didn't give it to you. So I was upset that they had my Tonka truck, man, and wound up getting into a fight with Alex. And yeah, the shit makes a good weapon. Chill them out quick.
Yeah.
Chill them out quick.
Alex is now the lead cleaning technician of Aftermath Services in New York City.
Well, unfortunately, Alex is no longer with us anymore. He decided to do a Valentine's Day massacre with his lady and take himself out, which oddly enough, someone had to come and clean that up.
Aftermath Services. It's Brooklyn, New York.
Maybe they'll put us on their commercial like Bump did.
Yeah, they might.
Big up to Wanna Bump, yo. All right. Feeling a little sluggish.
You know what?
A little down in the dumps.
Actually, I don't want to give them a big up.
Well, big up. They put our shit on there, man.
Yes, but they didn't tag us initially on the Instagram post. They did tag us on TikTok. But I've requested multiple conversations with them to talk about some sort of sponsorship deal, and they ghost me. Not even a response. You know what I mean? Like if you're gonna reach out and
what
ask,
did I tell you about sleeping with them before you get the deal?
You said if he's
I
good
told
looking
you
enough
not
and
to
he's
do
young
that
enough.
until you get the deal. Once they sign the paper, then you give up the goods. Learn how to be a good hoe, motherfucker. This is why I don't let you go. You know, you tell me, why don't you let me go to the big hotels? This is why you don't get to work at the big hotels. This is why you stay at the Nights Inn. All right? Constantly giving the services before you get paid. Traveling Runner says, Bush when he was drinking. Yes, Bush, that's what I'm saying. I feel like Bush would be a fun guy to hang out with. You know. Obama, what do you think? You think you would chill with Obama? I wouldn't chill with Obama.
This is not a big up. Give him a little bump. No, dude, I would not.
I
would
wouldn't
have.
wanna
I
hang
would
out
have
with
chilled.
Obama.
I would have chilled with Obama in like 07 when he was like shooting hoops, smoking cigarettes. But then I found out he was smoking cock, and I was like, no, I'm good though.
Yeah, that motherfucker was smoking that crack and cock. He loved it. That was his thing, man.
Yeah,
And that's crazy.
I'm
That
50,
story
I'm with
when the
him
dude
50% of
when
the
the
way.
dude tells the story of how Obama went to cop coke. He went out, he gave the money, came back in, and we had like a bunch of coke. He goes, I took a couple of lines, and he's sitting there smoking the pipe. So I said, hey, that sounds like a good idea. And I smoked his pipe. That's fucking insane. That's an insane story. It's insane that it's out there and it's not more, there's not more to it. I guess they feel like if you don't bring it up, then it means it's not real. That's what it means. Like, that's not
Yeah, if
real.
they don't
Otherwise,
cover it.
otherwise they'd be covering it. But that's not true. There's a lot of stuff that they don't cover that you sit there and go, why aren't they covering that? Why aren't they covering all these rich people building bunkers now? You heard about that? They're building bunkers. And they're like, well, why are they doing it? And they said they're preparing for World War III. And I heard this dude argue we're in it.
It's already started.
We're already in it. World
I
War
can see that
III.
it started.
World War III is already happening. We're just not feeling it yet. And the dude said, when you look at World War II, we didn't get involved until like, what is it, 6 years, 7 years? We finally got involved.
Until Pearl Harbor.
Until Pearl Harbor.
Right.
That's when we got involved.
Yeah, dude.
Before we got involved, it was World War II.
Correct.
That's what it was. And
Yeah.
then we joined in. So right now, World War III is going on through a bunch of proxy wars.
Yeah, we
And
got Russia and Ukraine. There's wars going on in Africa, and I think China's going to start encroaching on territory also.
Why not? Now's the time, man. Listen, people talk shit, but America's not the America that it was back in the day when we were taking motherfuckers out.
No,
because now we want people that go, let's take them out, but make sure we don't offend them while we're doing it. You know, you can kill them, but don't call them a dirty shitback, whatever fucking racist term you could think of as you're shooting them, because that would be
disrespectful.
Insane, man.
You always got to respect your enemies.
I think it's totally insane. I think this world's insane.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be a fun fucking year.
Yeah.
A lot of things are happening, people. Okay. Pay attention, man. A lot of things are happening everywhere. I hope that like it doesn't all just blow. Like it doesn't all just become like this craziness and like nothing, like almost like what the lockdown was, but with violence.
Yeah, dude. Like think about when you watch World War II movies, right? And they're going through the French towns, and the shit is just bombed out. There's babies yelling out from rubble. It's like, oh wow, that's crazy. But like, we don't live in France. Like, if they were showing that in Delaware, if it was some house in Delaware,
if they were showing 42nd Street and all those screens were blown out, and there was rubble on the floor, and that was a normal thing. Like, I forgot where I was the other day, but I was by a military place, so a bunch of military shit was going over, and I think I was with you. And the helicopter went over when we were in DC.
It was DC.
And the helicopter flew right over us slow.
Dude.
And I said, what's crazy is during war, that's like a regular thing. You'll see fucking 3 or 4 of them go right over your head.
And
you'll hear gunshots, and you'll see missiles flying in the air on a regular basis. I think that same shit every 4th of July. Like, it'd be like, whoa, whoa. And I'm like, this represents like a war. Like, this is about a remembrance of a war. So really, when I see all that shit,
it's bombs.
It reminds me of just bombs. Bombs hitting mototherfuckers. Still don't like those. Like, I'm not big on the songs. You know what I'm saying?
You mean the propaganda songs?
Propaganda songs. But I mean, you need a little propaganda in life. Everybody needs a little propaganda to keep people motivated. You know what I'm saying? How else can you get people to go to war without propaganda?
I know. Maybe don't kill everyone.
That is so.
Maybe free energy is the answer. Frequencies, Jerry.
Get us killed.
Frequencies, Jerry.
With that free, don't talk that free energy shit.
And actually, what I do need to talk about right now is a problem that me and Gary have been having exclusively with our phones.
Oh yeah, that's
every time I call Gary or he calls me.
That's been weird.
It answers, but it doesn't connect. We hang up, and then we call right back, and it works. And I hear a little click, 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 click.
Can't say nothing. now on, all information must be delayed through this podcast so that nobody knows what we're talking about.
It could happen.
I mean, listen, dude, it's easier to wipe somebody out before they become a problem. You know, Traveling Runner says like the Hulk Hogan theme song from WWF.
Don't recall.
I think I remember it. Everything's WWF now, man. Stop betting on games unless you know the storyline. Don't be looking at the teams you want to win. You got to know the storyline. Everything is fixed. You know.
Real American, fight for the rights of every man.
I don't know if this is.
Nah,
Yeah, maybe that is
it's
it.
not the intro.
Oh yeah, Real American. Yeah,
Oh,
no,
I guess it is. Yeah.
that was just a song playing. Yeah, we'll probably get taken down for the song.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that would get us down. Hulk Hogan took us down for his bullshit fucking song.
He got him with the chair.
Wrestling. I never got into it, you know. And now I really can't watch sports anymore either. It's
No.
hard to watch sports now.
It's all fake, dude.
Fake. It's fucked up. Why they gotta ruin everything?
The thing.
Why do
that-
people gotta ruin everything? You know?
It's the thing that bothers me the most now, dude, is I'm seeing a lot of AI clips. Like it's
Dude.
all it is. To the
Dude.
point if I can't see the person talking
Yes.
the whole time,
yes.
I'm like,
This is AI.
and dude, there was one the other day. I was watching it. It was a Joe Rogan clip. And I couldn't tell. And then I was reading some comments and they were like fake. And they're like, listen to how he says this word. And I listened to it and then I heard it.
Yeah, no, I always wait to hear the word. There's always gonna be one. You know, they'd be like Joe Rogan,
Yeah.
and you're like Rogaine, you know, Shoegay night, Sugay night.
You know what it
there's
was? It
always-
was the word. He was saying something about a bow and arrow. And
Yeah.
it said bow, not bow. It said
Yeah.
bow.
Yeah, no, you could tell. And also it's the way these slick little AIs trying to sound like they're fucking
But dog,
trying
the
to
question-
sound like they're like making up things as they go, but it's shit that normal people don't talk like
The
that.
thing I want to know, dude, is who is making them? Who? And I know why. It's
Well, it's
to seed,
probably-
it's to seed information, dude. It's when they talk about misinformation, the real misinformation is the stuff that it's getting pumped out by whatever dark entity or party or black
So you don't
op
think that
is
none of
pumping
them
the shit out to change the way we think. Dude, it happened in 2008 is the first time we ever saw it with social media.
Mhm.
The reason Obama won the election is because he was on social media and he pumped it, right? And that's when they figured out that we have this control thing here, right? And they did a study that the top 10 Christian groups on Facebook, like Christian fan pages or whatever, 7 out of the top 10 were run by troll farms, Russian troll farms.
Yeah, I mean, you don't think some of them are just like producers who put into AI what they want, like they say, you know.
But the
I
problem is
wanna
you're
do
not
a
going to
thing.
you're not going to get monetized by that. If you're not creating your own content, like on YouTube,
Yeah.
you'll see somebody who has 100,000 followers, but it's a Joe Rogan repost page. They're not going to get monetized with that content.
Interesting.
Some of them do. It just depends on how you make it. But if you're just reposting someone else's content, like you'll get the numbers. but
Yeah,
you
I
won't
noticed
get-
that stuff isn't real at all. Like they talk and you're just like, that's not real.
And dude, it's a lot of it, bro. It's a
Dude,
lot of it.
So
like
what do you think
I
about the rock band Kiss? You know, I'm a fan of Kiss.
Yeah.
They're old. So they're gonna stop touring. Supposedly this is their last tour. So they were talking about replacing themselves with younger people that would wear the makeup and perform their songs. Just make sure that they, you know,
look the part and they can act it
to their, you know, to their standards.
right?
Exactly. But they decided not to do that. They're going with AI.
It's a lot cheaper.
Is it?
Yeah, bro. You don't have to like once you make it, that's
Then it's
it.
made.
Right, and you have to upgrade it.
Who
and keep
the
it.
fuck
But you know we don't have
wants
to
to
pay.
go to a concert and see AI?
It'll be sold out the first fucking night, and it'll be sold out every fucking night. People are dumb, dude.
I can understand someone going once to see it, just to see, like to go, I want to see what this is about. But if that thing continues for more than just like, I can't, who the fuck you're paying money to see fake shit performing?
Mhm.
Why go live? You can watch that on your television. It's no different. Why go live? They're not playing real instruments. It's not real shit. It's AI.
Mm-hmm.
But that also goes to show you how like Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley just refuse to let anybody shine. Right? Like they refuse to let these other four guys come in and like shine for the next.
Why would they though? It's like
how rich do you gotta be
will
before you let other people just make some money? How rich these dudes got?
Would you ever if you
to
blow
the point
up,
where
become
even
the most,
Peter, Chris, and Ace Frehley, when they play with them now, they get salary, which they fucked that up on their own. They fucked that up on their own, but they get salary when they play with them. Which, I mean, give me a break. They're in the fucking 80s. There comes a point where a band needs to stop playing, no matter how good they sound. Like I heard the Who still sounds good.
Who?
Yeah, right. But Roger Daltrey, he's up there singing, "I hope I die before I get old," and you're 80. So what the fuck shouldn't you be dead already? Like, you're old, dog. Your dream didn't come true. Shut up. Let's listen to the records. I don't need to see these overweight motherfuckers. Like, I'm sorry, even Guns N' Roses, man. If they still put on the show like they used to, then sure, I'd watch them. But let's get it real. That dude ain't running around and
you don't want to see some
doing
old
some shit.
fucking dude.
He's got that big gut.
Yeah.
He's, who the fuck wants to see that? Yeah. And now these dudes are gonna go with AI. Horrible. I said it, man. Comedy's gonna be the only place where you get real live shit. Because music already, when you go to see a live show, you're not getting a live show 90% of the time. 90% of the time, it's
dude. It really is the
purest
purest art and performance art that's out there.
Fucking horrible.
It's got to be comedy.
It's all horrible. It's all horrible. I mean, me personally, I think it's horrible. Tell us what you think. We'd like to know. And if you haven't already, like and subscribe, man.
Traveling Runner says, remember when AI stood for Allen Iverson? Times are changing.
Yeah.
That's a good joke.
That's dope, man. I do remember when AI stood for Allen Iverson. Do you think it was fixed back then?
Yeah. It's been fixed since the beginning. Yep. Yeah, dude. Yeah, because
has it always been under entertainment? I think that's changed.
No, dude. No. Listen, it's never been changed. It's always before TV. Sure, before TV. But ever since TV, no. Because everything since TV has been done for ratings and done to sell advertisements. You have to look at how the sports make their money, right? They make the money off merchandise sales, ticket sales, and advertising.
Yeah.
And the advertising is the biggest one. You look at the NFL, the reason they have so much money is because of the amount of eyes they pull on Sunday and how much those ad spots
And when it
cost.
comes to teams that are going to win championships, they want to find teams that have big cities because they don't want to buy one of these rinky-dink teams. They want a team that has a nice big city behind it so they can buy a lot of their shit because they're going to the championship.
Yeah, they're not. That's why they don't have a team in Wichita, Kansas. They have it in Kansas City. The big fucking city that's there with 10 million people. The
Wichita City fucking.
The Kansas City Chiefs, which apparently is not racist. You can still call them the Chief.
Well,
they got rid of the Indians and the Redskins. Chiefs, okay.
Yeah, because Chief, is that necessarily, do they get to claim Chief?
Yeah.
There's no other chief other than.
No, that's where the word comes from. Chief. That's what they called the boss.
Chief.
Mm-hmm.
And that was also like in their military a rating, like a general or something like that.
Yeah, that was the head of the tribe, was the chief.
And there's no other chiefs anywhere.
Just Kansas City. My grandfather,
chiefs.
We called him chief.
Yeah.
But chief of police.
Yeah, what up, chief? So when you say that to somebody, oh, there's a chief of police.
It's a weird word to say over multiple times.
Sounds worse every time you say it, doesn't it?
Chief.
Yeah, it sounds like you're saying it wrong. Forget about spelling.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, let's see.
Right,
you ready? You ready to call it?
Yeah, man.
Okay. Well, it's been another episode of Rated G. Thank you for joining us.
I want to thank everybody for hanging out and listening. King Handle says Chief Slap-a-Ho. The fact that you got me to say that is great, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm reading it out loud. Like, Chief Slap-a-Ho. Chief doesn't sound inclusive. I don't think it's supposed to be. I think Chief is one of those things that's supposed to be exclusive. Right?
Yeah, because they're, number one.
Listen, when everybody's doing it, it's no longer fun. Stop with it. Stop with the inclusive shit, man. Stop it. It's no longer fun. It's fun to exclude people from certain shit. Put that little red. Put that little red rope there, man. Some people got to be on the other side of the red rope. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, it's no fun being on inside of the red rope.
Dude, I've been saying the same thing about schools for decades.
Someone's got to be on the other side of the red rope.
That's what I'm saying.
This is why I love stupid people. Because without them, how will we know who the smart ones are? You know, we need them. We need dumb people in this world so that we can feel better about ourselves. Those with half a brain. Although nowadays, man, if you're smart, you're the dumb one.
And the crazy one,
how
too.
that has changed.
The crazy one.
Oh, we're all crazy.
No. But you get labeled as crazy.
Yeah.
And you know what's really funny?
Everyone tells me I'm crazy.
You know what?
My friends, they all say you're crazy. Oh, you're crazy. You're
Do
crazy.
you ever
Am
get-
I crazy? How about all the shit that I said that has turned out to be true?
Do they call you conspiracy theorist too? Do you get called that? Like introduced? Like, oh yeah, he's a conspiracy theorist. People will say that. Like an introduction, an appendage to my name.
Not as an introduction, but yeah, they will be like, oh, Gary's into that conspiracy shit. And I'm like, first of all, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I don't come up with my own, other than the Santa conspiracy. So I guess now I kind of am a conspiracy. No, I guess it's
Well, dude, and you have that big, you got that big board at home with all those little,
with all the little strings attached to it,
and the stickies.
Yeah,
The sticky
but
ones. What do we got coming up?
Yeah, man. What do we got coming up? That's a good question, man. I'm gonna be out in Comedy Code, but that's not till February. I am gonna be January 20th. Hold on, let me see where I'm at. January 20th. There's my shit. Come out of there. I think it's right here. Where is it, man?
Traveling Runner says, thanks again, fellas. I missed the show recently and glad I got my rated G fixed today. That does not sound right when I read it back. King Handel says, I just tell everyone Brian is a schizo.
That's what you tell everybody? Brian's a schizo?
Yeah.
I just say, don't worry about him. He's a dick.
Thanks, King Handles.
He doesn't know what he's talking about. He's just a dick. Don't worry about him. I don't even know. I can't even find my shows. This is why I very rarely don't even make them. I very rarely even make my shows a lot of times, man, because I can't remember them.
Yeah, I don't see it up on your Instagram either. You haven't posted it.
I did post it, but those fucking posts come down, man. That's what they do. They come down.
Well, what you could have done is you could have caught Gary at Scotty's Comedy Cove on November 24th and 5th.
That's February, man. Oh, that's my last shit that I put up.
Yeah, and then Oh no, here you go.
Why I don't. Here it is. I found it, man. Here it is, man.
Send it to me. Instagram? No.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. I found it. I knew I had it somewhere, man. But
this podcast is also sponsored by XXX Playground, the best adult sex game ever, from 2 to 8 players.
Oh man, that's insanity. 2 to 8 fucking players is insanity. We didn't even talk about Nikki Haley.
Oh yeah, here we go. Comedy show, Long Island's Rob White with Gary G. Garcia, host Brian Lee Yachts, Saturday, January 20th in Canastota, New York.
In Canastota, New York, 8 p.m. I will post that on my page. And so that's where I'll be. As a matter of fact, I'll post it right now on my fucking page. How about that? Instagram stories. There you go. Throw a little music on there.
He's posting. He's posting. He's posting on the show.
Throw a little beat on there. And there you go. Yeah, there you go. It's posted. Other than that, check me out at acjokes.com while you can. See where I'm at. I will be there Thursday, Friday, Saturday this week. So feel free to go there and catch me, man. And don't forget to catch me on Mondays, man, over at Grizzly Pear for the Not Quite Tuesday show with my brother Adam Gable every midnight over at the Grizzly Pear on Mondays in New York City. And if you're up in the morning riding into work, then put your dial to 100.7 WZXL for the JoJo and Scotty morning show, where I do a little section of Conspiracy Mondays. Other than that, man, we want to thank you guys, man. Big up to everybody who showed up for the show when we went live. Big up to everybody who watched it while we were streaming it. And big up to everybody who was here today. You get the largest rated G shout out. And kisses and hugs and love and all that, man. Brian, anything? Follow Brian at Brian T. Licata. Follow me at Gary G. Garcia. Until next time, baby. Thanks for hanging out.